Bianca's here. Is it pushing to YouTube? Nicole, check.
I am checking.
There it goes.
You got it, Aaron?
Yeah, we're live.
We're live.
Nice.
I almost want to take over and be like, all right, let's start with that last sentence. We're
starting the very last page. Hi, Bianca. How are you? So we are talking about This Beauty, Tide and Punishment, a little bit of Christmas in August, or depending on when you read it.
Copy.
Oh, Aaron's like,
yeah.
Bianca wants to start with the last sentence too. So funny.
Let's do this. Let's see if I can get him back in action.
I was like, we had to wait 3 books
for something to happen.
For a kiss. And we don't even, first of all, we don't even get it all the way. Second of all, it's at the very end.
I want to know how her brain works, considering how many concussions she's had. Like, seriously?
She's had a concussion like every book. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I've had one and it screwed me up for like a month and a half.
Oh, yeah. My memory is forever gone. I've had 3.
Yeah. It's like, nope.
It really made me want to make ginger snap cookies. Or just ginger
the cookies. Yeah. The whole
her
book.
going crazy on the cookies
Was killing me.
Oh yeah, it's for Bianca's the same. It's like, now I want Christmas books.
I know, yeah. Immediately I was just like, oh, like, is it too soon to start this series right here?
Well, Harlequin's already putting out all the Christmas books. I got my email the other day that they're already putting out all the Christmas books. I'm like, isn't it a little early for that?
Wait a minute.
Yeah, seriously, we haven't even gotten to like the Thanksgiving ones.
I know.
It kind of surprised me because I didn't want to read it because I was like, I'm very much like Christmas at Christmas time. Like, I don't want Christmas any other time. No. That's just me. But then I think this is actually my favorite.
Oh, this one's your favorite of the series so far?
I think so. But also it might have been because I actually guessed who the killer was like halfway through correctly. And I was like, okay, not me being a detective.
Nice.
I pegged this one really early too, yeah.
Yeah, I did as
not
well.
You being a detective.
I think I thought it was one person at first, but then she started to
Hi, Sarah.
But then she started to be like, what?
Huh?
I just said sorry for the delay.
So I started to think it was one person, but then she was like, no, I think it's this person. So I was like, nope, it's not that person.
Yep.
I was like, incorrect. We have to think about some other people.
Bianca, that was the Christmas Tree Farm series, Jacqueline Frost.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if Harlequin has the cover for the 3rd one yet.
Mm-mm.
They don't?
I just looked.
Oh, dang. Okay, great.
I just looked. Right before we got on here, I looked.
Harlequin Christmas books, yes. Yeah, I love Christmas, so I don't mind Christmas early. I like Christmas all the time, so I'm excited.
I can only do Christmas in books. Like, I'm such a Scrooge in real life, but for some reason, Christmas time in stories, I'm all about it. I'm here for it.
Oh, Bianca also guessed who it was. Nice.
I remember the first time reading it, I thought it was the lady doing all the driving around. Like, I was suspicious of her too. And then when Everly was, I hadn't learned at that point. At first. Yeah, I hadn't learned at that point when Everly suspects someone, it's definitely not that person.
I was like, Everly thinks you're the killer. Yeah, you're not it. It's fine.
Oh.
Dang, so we all guessed it?
Everyone's all guessing. I read this book before and I didn't even remember who it was. I'm like, who are these people? I don't even know.
I remember who it was.
More.
But the motivation behind it I forgot about. I remembered Lou at the end, and that was what solidified Lou as like one of my favorite characters. So every time I see him on the cover, which is every cover, I'm just like, look at Lou. So in Partners in Line, when there's someone's throwing arrows at him, I'm just like, who is doing this to my main man?
My main Lou Siegel. Bianca, do you mean the Christmas Tree Farm series? Yeah, it is pretty hard to find in print, at least the first 2 books, just because, especially the fun hardcover ones, just because it was released a while ago and only, where did we find ours, Jen?
I think it was eBay.
I found mine at a used bookstore.
Oh,
Did
nice.
you?
We
Yeah.
got them on Amazon, but we did the used ones, I thought, because we were really
like
hesitant to
selling
be
them.
like, is this
Yeah.
going to be a good one or not? No. Yeah, it must have been. I don't remember. It was one of those sites. It was either
Jen,
eBay.
One of us
Amazon.
is supposed to remember.
I'm not Shannon, okay? I can't remember anything to save my life. You're lucky I remember who I am. What book did I read last? Isn't it romantic? I do remember that one. Oh my
Is it
God, you
good?
all have to read this.
Is it good?
Yes. I didn't think I could love the Russian more than I already did, but yes. I think he's my new favorite romance book club member. And that's saying something because one of them had a cat cafe.
Mm-hmm.
That was the third
Third
one.
one.
Yeah.
I didn't read the 3rd one yet. Went to the beach afterward. Lou was following you around.
That's funny. We went to the beach this last weekend too, and the kids were feeding seagulls and stuff.
I went to the beach last week, or was it the week before? I can't remember.
I went to my living room yesterday.
Sounds like I played a beach scene on the TV.
I was just like, it's
Ambiance
116 outside, so woo.
It's so hot. It's so hot here. I listened to these on Hoopla. It has been fun with the accents.
Yes.
The narrator is great.
Yeah, she's really good.
Mum's the word, Bianca. I will say nothing. No, she's talking about Romance Book Club.
Romance Book Club.
I saw that you were reading it too, and I got really excited. I was like, everybody got to read this.
Okay, literally everyone's going to the beach.
Okay, Nicole, road trip. We need to go.
I got sun.
There's no beach around me anymore.
No.
Oh no.
I went from growing up at the beach to moving somewhere where there isn't one.
Yeah, when I was driving home, it was
116?
118. It was 118, 117 driving home. Yeah. We had a little bit of a reprieve just because we had a couple of big storms the last 2 weekends.
I'll show you guys.
But it's just back full force. August is actually supposed to be our hottest month. So
Yeah, I know. I was just like, oh. So I went walking after it rained, and I hope that you guys can see this. That's someone's shoe, and that's a little baby frog.
oh,
I don't know where it came out of. I'll have to post it eventually. I meant to, but I take a lot of pictures that I mean to post, and then it doesn't happen. So that's my life.
come on down here.
Oh,
3 hours from 2 different beaches.
we're
Yeah,
6
we're
hours.
We're
from
6
one.
hours away from the closest beach.
I'm 3 hours away from the entire North Carolina coast, so it's literally.
Nice.
You literally live there. It's fine.
I don't go to the area that this is though. I went south. This is straight across from me. Because it's weird because straight across and going south are the same amount of time. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Going south is more miles, but it's fine.
You're like, wait, what is math? I don't understand.
It doesn't make sense.
And y'all's beaches are prettier than mine.
I think the last time I was on a beach, they had these bugs that the water would come out, come in and then go out, and then it would the whole thing would move. The ground would move. It freaked me out, and I was like,
sand lice or something.
Nope. So now I haven't been to beach in a while. And now that I've
little
read,
sand crabs? Is that what you're talking about?
no, I think what you said,
Sand lice.
sand lice. Yeah,
lice. Got it.
it was horrific, and I just that terrified me. And then we read the Patient's Price series, so now there's sharks everywhere. It's just not a good. Me and the ocean don't go well together at this point. I'll fly over it to get to Europe, but that's about it.
Bianca, it takes it literally feels like it takes days to get out of Texas. I'm sorry.
It took my brother used to live in Texas, 36 hours to get from one point of Texas to the other. That was driving. That was driving straight too. I was like, "You're insane."
Hard pass.
Too long. There are too many jellyfish eggs at the Jersey Shore. Oh, jellyfish.
Yeah. used to get bit all the time when I was a kid.
Oh,
Another reason not to go in the ocean. Got it.
Right? Right?
Jen's just keeping a tally. Sharks, sand lice, jellyfish.
You also have to put in their green heads that bite the crap out of you.
What are those?
They're these like big flies that just bite you.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
And
We'll add it to the list.
they're only on the Jersey beaches. I don't know why, but they attack the crap out of you, especially if you're wet. Like if you're just coming out of the water.
True.
Okay.
Yeah.
I lived in New Jersey till I was 10, and my mom would take me to the beach like every weekend, and I don't recall any of this.
Which part of Jersey? North or south?
North.
Okay, that's why. They're down south usually.
Thank God. I was like, absolutely not.
They're awful.
you missed the terrible
It's
parts of the
awful.
beach.
Oh, that's why, I feel like we only went to the beach because of the boardwalk. Like, I feel like in New Jersey, that's why you go to the beach. Like, you don't
Yeah.
go to the beach to swim. Like, you
No,
don't.
especially how gross the water is. Hell no.
No.
The water's
It's
nasty.
disgusting.
Stuff is floating in it. You're like, nope.
Yeah, I feel like the whole Atlantic coast, the beach is kind of crusty. Not gonna lie.
You're not
All
wrong.
that dark water, and you're just like, I can't see. Like, I don't want to go in water that I don't know what's at the bottom.
Or where my feet are.
Or just
Where
like
the sharks are at. Yep. 100% agree.
the way
Yeah.
That is actually when a shark bites, is when they can't see you very well.
Yep.
That's-
Yeah.
Yeah. Hard pass. Nope.
But like the waves too, because of all like the storms. I heard the Pacific Ocean is like a lot calmer. That's what I was told by
Depends
my,
on
Yeah.
where.
by my manager at work. 'Cause she's from California.
The Gulf of Mexico is really nice to swim in. I've done that because I've been on the other side of
I feel
Florida.
like it's like enclosed in.
Yeah.
Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
hmm
No,
I
I
was
just
going
want
to
to go
say,
to the beach.
it's not an ocean, but the
I know,
Thames
you're
River
making
in
me
London is a little dirty. I'm just going to go back. I want to go
All I
back.
have up here are lakes. I'm nowhere near an ocean.
Yeah,
Lakes are nice. I like
Lakes are
them.
good.
our lakes are pretty icky too, but
Our lakes are dry.
yeah, our lakes are slowly evaporating.
Our lakes are just mud.
The farmers use the lake water for their crops, and then it just slowly just goes down in the summer. You're torn about how you feel about cozy mysteries being new to them. Yeah,
I will say,
I understand.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can feel that comment too.
Mhm.
because when I first started reading them, I was like, I think, Nicole, you'll be the first one to admit. I said, they're way too campy. And you're like, what the hell does campy mean? I'm like, everybody's happy. Like, everything's a pun.
Everyone's
Like, I don't get it.
And everybody dates everybody in these tiny little towns.
Yeah. And then I started reading enough of them, and I'm like, oh, this is the genre. Like,
Yeah,
you just
Yeah.
have to accept it. And then once you accept it and you let it roll over you, you're like, this is nice. Everyone's happy, except for the people that died and, the bitter people that killed them. But other than that, everyone's really nice.
I know. It's just like, it's not like a murder mystery or like a suspense or thriller where it's like, yes, there's a murder, but people are still happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because usually the person deserved it, or
Or yeah,
Yep.
the community is so disconnected from the victim or whatever.
exactly.
And this one, we have like our murder victim is the previous mayor, or is he a mayor? Yeah,
Yeah,
mayor.
he was there.
And he's pretty much a misogynistic piece of crap. So
Well, that's the mayor, the step-in mayor. Was the mayor also the same way, or was it just the douche
Yeah.
guy that took
No,
over
they
for him?
both were
No,
horrible.
Yeah, they were
the
both,
first one was
both douchebags. Yeah.
Okay,
they
never
were
mind
both
then, yeah.
pretty bad. Because I think there was one, I forget who was talking, but there was one who was saying that he wouldn't go over like her like application or something to
Oh yeah, 'cause she was
Stanford, and he was like, why are you just gonna waste someone like when a man can go and just fill? I was like, when a man
And when you're
can go.
gonna drop out and have a baby was the comment too.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like,
That's gross.
I don't
Like-
like you. I'm kind of.
I'm glad you died.
I don't feel bad that you're dead. This one killer speech got me sad, and in your feelings. Is that
Is
one?
that the one with Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
like I felt for this one.
This one was
lady,
bad. Yeah.
You had some empathy for her.
Just wait until the next one, guys.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm gonna say. I
I
remember the
Reading
next
it now.
one.
A call for
I don't-
help.
I have it right here.
I just remember the end of that one was like a freaking marathon, and it was like impact zone where you felt like your heart was gonna like pump out of your chest, and you're just like, someone help. But yeah,
Someone help.
Does this one take place when they come to film that bee thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw the little thing, so I was like, makes sense.
Yep. You're finally going to do that one.
You know, I think that's what made this one my favorite so far, is how established the characters were and how much the community itself was a character in this one, and you're really part of it.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How's everyone feel about Wyatt?
I don't know how I feel about him. I don't hate him. I don't like him. I'm indifferent.
I'm
When he
indifferent.
was there-
Yeah.
When he was there at the end, I was just like, someone shove him off the cliff real fast and like Grady take over.
I know. When he was the one that first came up to like when someone like you just hear someone shouting like Everly and it turns out to be Wyatt. I'm just like, where's Grady?
I know. I did the same. I was like, yay, it's Grady. And then he's like, Wyatt was here. And I was like, oh, go away. And then it was Grady. And I was like, Grady.
I have such a hard time with that name because Wyatt's the name of my friend's son. So I'm just like, every time I hear it, I'm like, ugh. It weirds me out. I'm like, it's a cute 2-year-old, but
No.
I really hate how he calls her E too. I'm just like, it's Everly, please,
Yeah.
sir,
Right?
come on.
Eve.
Or the future Mrs. Sheriff Grady.
You know.
Sheriff
was
Grady.
anything else weirded out by the card that he gave her?
The which one?
We're still together. I was like, that's a little
Oh, you
much.
mean the Christmas card?
Mhm.
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
picture of them together.
I was like,
I'm just
that's
Or how much she overreacted to it too. Like,
I was like,
And right
just
in front
don't
of Grady.
react to it. Don't
Yeah.
react
She
to
kind of
it.
leads him on a little bit too, like by still like laughing at him and
Mm-hmm.
At that point, Grady should have a photo shoot with the lady from the Geek Girl thing.
oh
And just have like a calendar made and being like, here's my birthday or your Christmas gift, Everly. I would like you to have this and display it in your private quarters.
Mhm.
I would
I've got
love
copies.
I would love a Grady Hayes calendar.
Oh my god.
Shirtless is mandatory. I'm sorry.
Well, that was implied, yes.
Yes.
but he has to have the Stetson on at least.
Oh yeah. I mean
Yeah.
that's fine.
Just have to leave the cowboy hat on.
Everything else is negotiable, but the Stetson is mandatory.
You can have some assless chaps. It's fine. Just try to iron it up.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
Great.
Did anyone else want to go paint a gnome? No, because gnomes frighten me.
I was gonna say the same thing. I'm like, they remind me of like the freaky dolls, and I just anything that looks like it's gonna be possessed or come to life, I'm just like, nope, hard pass. So
It depends on the face for me.
Gnomes.
They can be
Your
really
sister?
cute and really scary.
yeah.
Did anyone read the Goosebumps about the gnomes?
Yes, that's exactly what I told him.
My sister has like stuffed gnomes that she keeps in her house. She doesn't have any outside, but they're like little stuffed versions of gnomes, and she loves them.
No.
I can't
Oh,
do
they're
it.
like stuffed like stuffed animals,
Yeah.
not like the ceramic or whatever it is.
No.
I could probably get behind it, but I don't know.
They're really cute. I think that like this year and last year, I think places are doing like Halloween gnomes. I've been watching a lot of Halloween decoration hunting videos lately, so I feel like I see a lot of gnomes, Halloween gnomes.
You're getting autographed gnomes from Julie Anne Lindsey.
You know,
Can it be a Lou gnome?
Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah.
No.
it could be,
Blue with
it
a
could be a
little gnome hat
stuffed,
on.
it could be a stuffed gnome. Julie, don't do that to me.
Because some of them are just really creepy looking. Oh, like that's all I think about.
Like the Travelocity gnome.
Julie, I want to watch that video of Nicole
The
unboxing it.
unboxing.
Right?
Because you know it's gonna go on a vlog. You know it is. I'm just gonna
You
like
just immediately
chuck
open
the box.
it.
Oh gosh.
Oh.
Wyatt needs to let it go. Everly is with Grady where she belongs.
Exactly.
Seriously.
On the nose, Christine.
And he's so concerned about like her and her relationship with Grady. And he's like, it's because I want to know like who you're with because that's important to me. I'm like, get out of here.
Everly kind of got on my nerves too. She was like, does he really care about me? Like, I hate that kind of crap. He obviously cares about you. I hate the back and forth. You know, it just drives me insane. I can't do it. I'm just like an adult. Like, please have a conversation and stop. Have a conversation. I guess with my age, I don't know, but I'm just like, I can't stand that.
Yeah.
I just want to smack her. Like, put yourself in everything that's stupid and going to kill yourself. Dad.
That's also what I really liked in this book is that they kept doing the gnome puns.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Clara was getting so upset.
She was like, she's a bot.
They kept doing it. I was like, oh my God, this is so funny.
Yes.
Might is slow to grow up for sure. She's going to send you a gnome card so you won't expect a gnome.
Unexpected.
Oh gosh.
I did think it was kind of sad the reason she was making the gnomes if she wanted something else to do.
Oh yeah.
She wasn't going to be with her sister. I was like, oh, that's cute.
I was feeling all kinds of things in this book. Like, yes, with the killer having that really sad motivation, but then also like Clara was feeling like left out when Fran was, you know, running for mayor and she was getting help. And she kind of felt like, left behind. And she was just like, I was just waiting to be invited and she was never invited. I'm like, oh no.
That moment when they were in the police station, first of all, the police station scene was on point for all levels. But when they were like, Everly made a comment where she's like, yeah, they held on to each other like they hadn't seen each other in years, even though it was only one night. I was like, nobody's crying. There's just ninjas in the background cutting some onions. It's okay.
I love
she brought dust in my eye.
Station too, like the movies, the crock pot full of things. I was like, that would not fly.
Yeah, I love that Grady was just like, oh yeah, you know, you beat me at cards last night, or I beat Grady at cards last night because he wasn't paying attention, and I beat these guys because they're no good. And I was like, they didn't care, they were being
no good. Oh, so funny. And even Everly, like when Claire was like packing all this stuff up for her, she was just like, is this allowed at a police station?
You have a portable DVD player? I was like, oh yeah, those used to be a thing.
My dad still has mine from when I was like 12 years old, and it still works.
Oh
you
man.
can find them at Goodwill's and secondhand shops still.
Yeah.
You pick them up for like $5.
My little brothers use them all the time. Apparently it still works. I was like, oh, I'm shocked. Bought that when I was like 12.
Wow.
Welcome.
No worries. We're only 23 minutes in.
But at least we're not tangenting away from the book.
Yeah, we've actually talked about the book quite a bit.
Everyone give yourself a pat on the back. Like, good job. Good job.
Yeah.
Wait, can I go on a tangent though real quick?
Absolutely.
Go for it.
It's really unrelated to the book. It just made me happy because I ADHD, so I was like off checking something else because I submitted my AP credits and had them sent to my college so I could actually get credit, and it went through, and I have 31 credits, like a whole year already.
That's awesome.
I was like, it
Awesome.
was real.
You were waiting on that to go through.
Bro, the whole situation was hella annoying, and I still have one that they just graded today, and so now I'm like, I'm gonna have to spend $15 just to have 1 cent. I'm like, I'll just take the class. I don't care.
Just take the class.
Well, if it makes you feel better, in the first minute we decided that we wanted to talk about the last sentence in the book first. We went all the way to the end, but we actually didn't discuss it too much.
Yeah.
So now we're working our way back.
I mean, I haven't even gone over the post-it note yet, so you're good.
Yeah. Totally forgot about the fire. Let me just tell you, there are a lot of things that I forgot about. And also, who else's favorite moment in this was when Grady was just like, so what's your username and password? And she's like, username and password. And then He changed it. What was it, like Cooking Goddess or something? And Grady loves lemon cake. I was like, that is so cute.
Yeah, her new username is Baking Goddess, and her password was Grady loves lemon cake. And he was so irritated. He was like, "You almost deserve to be hacked for that."
Yeah,
I mean, she does.
But I know people that use that as their password, and I'm like, come on.
No.
Like, really?
So, everybody was judging her. I know, right?
Yeah, that's the first thing I would guess.
Or your birth date, and you're just like,
everyone was judging her hardcore.
That's hilarious.
That's awful. No.
Because wasn't Fran like, you're the one that tell us every month to change everything up, and you yourself haven't even done it.
Yeah. I feel like passwords are a tricky game.
Yeah,
I feel like you have to pick something that nobody knows. Like mine is a childhood nickname that literally only my family knows. Like nobody else knows.
That's what I used to.
It's got letters and numbers and a hieroglyphic in there or something else, like.
And then so I use that, and like I put like a whole bunch of like numbers and stuff.
Yeah.
And I have another one that I use too, because you know when it yells at you on Google Chrome and it's like you have 26 compromised passwords because they're all the same. I'm like, how am I supposed to remember if I don't make them the same?
I have an Excel sheet.
Exactly.
Or I hate when you're putting in a new password and it goes, this one's weak. I'm like, it's 26 letters. How's it weak?
This one's weak. Like, you're weak. God.
Like, what?
Like, I have to make them the same or I'm not going to remember. At least my password. It's like, this is another dangerous game I play on my phone. All of my stuff is right here, which is like dangerous because if I lose my phone, everything's gone. But you know what? It's worth it because I'm not carrying a bag nowhere. Absolutely not.
I like when I put like my passwords, like, you know, because you can put your passwords in your phone. There's like that little like thing at the top. It's just like, you might want to consider changing this password. You use this a lot. And I'm just like, shut up.
I know.
But then you can become over dependent on the password apps, like I have at this point. Like everything is like like LastPass generated, you know, things that it only remembers, and I would have no chance of guessing if I ever forgot or something.
Nope.
Oh my god,
many passwords.
One of
that's terrible.
I'm not gonna say which door, but at my work, one of the doors for employees only, the numbers are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I was like, who did this? Who did this? Like, if somebody's trying to get in here. That's kind of what they would guess. No?
Well, and if you see, eventually if you see the numbers worn out on those 5, it's not going to take a rocket scientist to be like, all right, it's either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's weird. The that one's 5 because the other door is only 4. So I'm like, why is one 4 numbers and the other one's 5? I don't know. Well, if you want to break into Barnes and Noble,
there it is.
5.
You shouldn't say that to a bunch of book nerds.
I'm just gonna try it the next time I go to my Barnes Noble, even though we're not even in the same state. I'm just gonna see because I don't know.
I could sleuth a little bit.
You're like, it's either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I mean, those are the only 2 possibilities.
My Barnes and Noble does have a lot of cozies. They have a lot. We have like this whole display, and one of our managers wants to like, he has it like divided up into like 3 different sections of cozies because he's like, there's like 3 main genres. It was like pets, food, and holidays. So he has it like divided up. He loves his cozies.
I mean, although you could do that, but you'd also have to know what the security code is, and that's
I don't know what that is to get in.
So that kind of throws holes in our plan, guys.
I only know the password to 2 doors. That's it.
That is it. All right. Do we want to talk about books more?
I mean, I could talk about Grady and Denver and Everly all day long. Oh my God. Okay, we do have to talk about
Mother-in-law?
Denise and her position and why she was hired. And I
was not surprised at that at all.
And the fact that it was his mother-in-law that did it. Like, not even his like actual mother, but his mother-in-law. So the mother of his dead wife like hired Denise so she could potentially be like a substitute.
Mhm.
Right. Isn't Denise a blonde too? Like his wife was a blonde, I think.
I think so.
And
I
that's a
don't
little,
know what any of these people look like.
Yeah,
that's a little creepy. Like you're trying to replace your own daughter.
Mhm.
And then he
In a
was just
way.
like, I noticed the way that she looked at me when I was shirtless, and I'm like, anybody, sir, would look at you like that if you were sure. I can imagine you right now, and I'm already just like, let's wipe the drool off that mouth real fast. Because they're beautiful.
And honestly, like when Grady found out, he was just like, I need to apologize for so many things.
Bianca, how everything. Yeah, like how great, like what a position to put her in. Isn't Denise like really young too?
She's like 20.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, she's younger.
25.
Cool. Like to be hired and know what the grandmother expects, and then be like, okay, well, where are we going with this, sir?
Mm-hmm.
You just lay back here. Just lay on me after you've showered or not.
It's a whole bunch of yikes. It's a whole bunch. I like the brewing. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me write that down.
You know, all the other cozy you should write down is Bonnie and Clyde. And if you have not read When Bonnie Met Clyde, you have to immediately. It is the cutest thing. Anyone who my cat people, go read it now. It's
Is
so
that on our
freaking
website?
cute. It is, yeah. It's one of the ones that's available.
It was also, if you're part of the newsletter, it was sent through one of the newsletter posts as well.
Yeah. Sorry, we're just going to shamelessly plug that literally any and every time. Heads up.
She must get paid a lot. Probably.
I mean, if she's expected to do everything.
Well, it's hinted that like so the descriptor of protect is in her job too.
Yeah.
So I'm like it's heavily foreshadowing that she's some kind of like agent herself.
That's what I
Agreed.
Yeah.
She's like an assassin.
So I fully expect her to kick some ass in one of these books.
Right.
coming up. So,
I'm just going to keep drinking my tea.
Yeah, I'm very thirsty. Okay. Although being paid for that as a part of your job, where are her morals? I mean,
But Grady and money, I don't see the problem.
I don't.
I'm just,
I mean,
No,
if it was
I
the
don't
Brad
either.
Pitt, okay.
I would have been like, okay, what does this guy look like? And she would have showed me a picture of Grady and be like,
I'll do it
yes,
for free.
where do I sign? Where do I sign this paperwork? No disrespect to sex workers, but I would sign immediately.
Accurate.
Bless you, Julie Anne Lindsey.
Mhm.
I 1,000% think she's an agent. I'm just waiting for it.
I just want at one point like them to go to a town or something and then have someone shady and just shoot sniper shots. I'm like, I think that she would be that person, that she's like she'd be so good. She's my hero.
Oh, like she was the one that did it, but no one saw it, and so she'd just show up like,
Oh my gosh, is
checking
that
her
what it
nails,
is?
like, oh, what happened? Oh, I don't know. Everything okay?
I just got here. I don't know what you're talking about.
We should have this. Is this
here.
part of our series that the three of us are writing? Remember?
I don't know. The Gen special investigator by Julie Anne Lindsey. It seemed like a very very intriguing series to me.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aaron and I are already writing a cozy. You can take that one, Jen.
Well, we came up with I'm good at coming up with ideas. I'm terrible at writing. I can hardly speak half the time. So just think of me trying to put those words on the paper would be equally difficult. I'm not good with words. I can come up with good ideas, or at least
can
help
ghostwrite
get you a
for
good
you.
idea. There you go.
Was that-
Just write out a check for $20,000 to Alicia.
She's got
She'll
you.
go
Thank you
right
very
back
much.
Is that not subtle? Yes, she is, Bianca. When you read my comment and quickly took a drink. I don't know what you're talking about, but
Sure. She must get paid a lot. No, I was talking about with drinking because people were asking if she was super spy. Don't worry, we'll read the next 3 books in the series. We'll have answers. I think it's in the next one that we start to find things out. Did anyone miss Ryan? I just realized he wasn't in this book.
No, I didn't miss Ryan.
I thought he was
I was like, no.
I thought he was the killer in the last book, and like she was trying to go to like some abandoned alley alone with him somewhere, and it's like he's a stranger, and you're going somewhere alone with him, an alley where. Sorry, that was out of nowhere.
I miss Maggie a lot too, but she was in there.
Aaron's like, stranger danger.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm just
Honestly,
kind of
you
surprised
said
that he wasn't brought up at all because he was interested in her friend. What's her friend's name?
Amelia.
Mm.
And then
honestly,
nothing.
when you brought up Ryan, I was like, who the fuck is that?
You and Christine, her comment. She's just like,
I honestly forgot. I'm like, wait, Ryan? What the fuck? I thought you were talking about a completely different cozy series. I was trying to think of the other cozies we read.
I mean, I think we've gone through all of them, Lily. I haven't mentioned The Cat Got Your Cash. Everyone, right now, go to Crooked Lane Books, do something with the cat, hashtag me more kitty couture. All right, I've got them all. We've talked about Harlequin, The Cider Shop. We talked about The Christmas Tree. Am I missing any of them?
The Kentucky Crime Ring.
That's not yet. But yeah, I'm excited about that one.
Coming.
Mm-hmm.
I like the cover. They got the
For Kentucky
storm
Crime
in the background.
Yeah.
A hot
It's a
man
small
holding a
town.
baby.
They aren't afraid of alleys the way people from bigger town cities might
True.
be. That's
It's probably
true.
not as scary there.
But also, like Aaron said, he's a stranger. It's not the alley she's scared of, it's the stranger. Like, it's
That she should be scared of. Everly's just too trusting. Oh,
That's
and
what
then
bothers
this
me, I
time
think. He's too
she gets into the. I mean, this time she had every right to get into the car. Like, it made sense. Oh, let's go ahead and get into the car. I'll take you here. The second she said you missed our turn, alarms go off. Everly, open the door. Tuck and roll. Tuck and roll.
And then her fifth concussion happens.
You can turn around here, like it's fine. I was like, girl, she missed it on purpose.
she missed it.
All right, I'm not trying to brag, but I called the killer the first time they appeared because I was just like, who is this person just showing up, taking up space? Like, what is going on here?
You're like, no, ma'am. Who are you?
To suspect everyone.
And I also thought it was weird that she kept on bringing up how she didn't have any family. Like before we found out the rest of it. But
And we were supposed to just trust her because she did grow up. She was a part of the charm community, and then she left, and then she came back. So we were like, it was like a false sense of security. Like, oh yeah, she lived in charm before, but no.
Well, she was helping Aunt Fran with her whole stuff. So I was just like, oh, she's cool. She's helping us out. We're all good. And then
it was tucked in a little too tight in there. It was too suspicious.
I was blindsided. I'm not gonna lie. I remember the first time being like, oh my god, it was you? Like, I didn't suspect you at all.
I remember when I figured it out, I thought it was somebody. And then Everly was like, oh my god, I think it's this person. And I was like, okay, no. And then I thought it was the actual killer. But I can't remember who the first person was now.
Was it
the neighbor
Juanita
the neighbor was weird.
Oh, the neighbor, he was crazy.
The neighbor was weird.
I can't remember who I thought it was. It's fine.
Was it the college gal that was driving everyone around?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't her. It was somebody else. Because I remember in this scene, Everly was like, it's this person. And I don't think it was her.
Was
it's
it
because he had the red paint painting his privacy fence. Is that why?
Mm-hmm.
And it was the same paint that was on the gnomes.
Well, and there was also the same paint on Lou.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was on Lou.
Lou.
I was like, who is this person? Why are you making Aunt and Everly jealous?
Yeah.
You are suspicious. Going back to Bianca's comment up here. How far in the series is everyone? Jen and I are caught up.
5. Yeah,
5. And what book number?
We're on 3 currently.
This is 3.
Mhm.
Yeah.
what we're talking
I think
about
it's so
right
much better. I just
This is
can't
my
wait. I
first
just,
time reading the whole series, so I'm
I'm
Yeah,
so
this is
excited.
as far as I've gotten in this series.
Yeah.
I'm a virgin.
now. I'm a seaside virgin.
I'm reading book 4 right now ahead of our talk in a few weeks. Trying to get on the ball.
There you
I
go.
still have to read Kitty Couture. That's all I've got left of her.
Tell me when you started. I'll reread it with you. I've
When this
been wanting to
one's
reread it so much.
And we still have to read We Hunt the Flame too. Yeah.
What'd you say, Daijah?
I have a question for you, Nicole.
Okay.
So you bought me the first 4 books, so when are you buying me 5 and 6?
Today. Nobody knows I'm Daijah's booktube sugar mama, so I'll buy it for you today, hon. Don't worry about it.
Like, it's been a while. It's been a while.
Like, you're like, I haven't received a book from you. Are you mad at me? Like,
no, I gave you a book instead.
you did.
It was your birthday.
I sent you a book for you graduating, then you sent me a book for my birthday, and you're right. It's my turn. You're right.
Yeah.
Well, your birthday's coming up in November, yeah? I mean, we're going to have to get you early.
She can't wait that long. She can't
No,
wait
we
that
can't
long.
make her wait that long.
Because Nicole, I graduated in June. It's been like 2 months.
I'm sorry. You're right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're right.
Nicole, you can celebrate.
You sent me that one book. I swore it was you because you were the only person I talked to about it.
Which
Who?
one?
You. I was sent a book by Gina Showalter, and there was a gift receipt, and there was no person that sent it to me. But I thought it was you because you're the only person I talked to about it. And that's when I texted you, you were like, no. I was like, I don't know who sent this to me, but okay.
It was like, 'twas not me. No.
Hey, well, that's a good deal getting a free Gina Showalter in the mail.
Hey.
Right?
I'm like, thank you,
It was
whoever
weird.
did this.
Enjoy your gift with no from anybody. It was just blank. Like, where did that come from? And it wasn't on my wish list or anything.
Let me just tell you. I feel like
That's why I thought it was either Jen or Nicole because they
It
were
has
the
to
only
be someone who knows your address.
Right.
yeah.
That's creepy.
Yeah, not many people know my address. You guys pretty much know my address.
But don't complain. They're not coming to kill you. They're coming to send you free books.
They're just sending
Yeah.
you books.
I just
Give
thought it was
them
so
my
weird that
address,
they
please.
wouldn't sign it and give me a chance to thank them. Like it was just blank.
You're right. You're right, Liz. You're right.
Wait, Nicole, did you see how Sid Bookworm got a new job?
Yeah, I think we talked about. Yeah.
Yeah, did I tell you what I texted her?
No.
We were talking about it and she told me how much money she was making.
Oh, yes.
And I was like, I'm just gonna drop this here and put my
Your
Amazon
wish list.
Yeah. And I was like, hello.
Hello. I just thought you
I
might
just made my
need
wish
this.
list public because I feel so weird about it.
Mm-hmm.
It
I've
was
never
just like it was a joke.
I never knew how to do that before, but I've learned.
You learned how to make your wish list.
Only the
Public.
physical books. I probably should figure out a list and just do both physical and ebooks, but I like to keep them
I
separate.
Yeah,
don't
I
have
do
time to do all that.
I have like a Kindle one for Kindle Unlimited, but like that one's private for me because I just need to keep track of Kindle Unlimited. It's too much.
Mm-hmm.
It's worth it. Sorry.
Signed though? Signed?
I was like, I'd buy it. Is it a
I'd
hardcover?
buy it.
$43?
It has to be. It has to be.
Yeah.
I would buy it.
I know. I was just like,
Yeah.
I was prepared when I saw the Death by Chocolate. It was 1995. It was a signed copy. I was like, sold. And then
Yeah.
it never made it to me, and I was really sad. So
She said that's ridiculous. Do not. Julie, it's on eBay, so Julie's not getting any of this money.
Yeah.
So she's like, no.
Right, exactly.
You go on Amazon and you see some of her YA physical books for like $200.
I found one in a used
Yeah, 43 's a
bookstore, but
steal.
it doesn't have a cover. It's just hard. It's just without the hardcover cover. But I found it.
Oh, it doesn't have the jacket.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
And that's what
So it's just a
but hey,
collection
at
of
least I have
pages.
Julie, do you have copies of this one? This is the second one. Out of curiosity, and if you do, can I pay you to send me 2 of them for my friends? Because I have a friend that I bought the first one for, and they're no longer available on Harlequin.
I can't. When you showed them to me and I couldn't get them anymore, I was so mad.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was just like, I'll literally pay you. I don't know what's the retail value, like $14 with 2 for 2. $7.99, $8, $16, whatever shipping is. Let me know.
No, she's like, this is an exclusive deal now.
I would love it so much. Just DM me, please.
Never read Death by Chocolate.
For like 2 weeks.
Never read Death
And then
by
you can't
Chocolate.
find them again.
Never read it. Why?
I think that was one of her first. I think that honestly was the first book. But yeah, most of them are like $200, and I'm just like, So when I saw that one for $20, I was like, yes, you have to take my money, Julie.
I will not. I will not.
I was shocked that I found it. I found it in a used bookstore in the next town over, like 20 minutes from me. I was like, oh my God. The cover on it, but I was like, I'm just taking it anyway.
Youngest like, oh, I'm not gonna buy it. I just wanted to see it.
They're so pretty. Okay, let me see.
I'm just gonna take a selfie with it real quick. That's all I need.
Hold tight, friends.
But eBay pricing for books is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Look at how pretty these are.
Oh my
That's what I've got.
Wow.
I know they're so freaking cute, but yeah, this is. There it is.
And then I also found this one,
Ooh.
I'm so upset at you.
which, by the way, Julie, you got to figure out who this person is. Aaron, why are you giving away your book? But then I saw that this was about Vikings, and I immediately was like, I did not know this was about Vikings initially, and I got super stoked.
If you like Vikings, you need to read the first. It's the Faithful and the Fallen series by John Gwynne.
In the fall.
Oh my God! It's like the best. I'm on book 3, and it's so good. The series is called Faithful and the Fallen by John Gwynne.
Does it have sex in it?
It's not like a romance. But
Is it like George R. Martin sex in a book where it's
No, there is but it's not that. It's not gross. John Gwynne's a little bit more pulled back on it.
Okay.
Is it like fade to black or like off
No,
page?
it's not like George R. Martin where you're like getting every not gross, but like the gory detail.
Okay. Okay.
Someone just didn't know what kind of gem they had.
Someone clearly cherished that autograph copy.
I know people that will legit go to places to get signed just to sell them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
That's awful. I couldn't even talk because when I would go to the Y'all Fest, the Young Adult Book Convention in South Carolina, I would just get I would make a list. I would see what authors are there, what ones I would interested in, and then I would convince my mom to be like, okay, these are the authors that I'm interested in. I don't have books from yet. So like, here's the list to buy them. There you go. And then I would get them signed. But then the thing is I never read them, but now I'm like young adult and me not really agreeing. So then I would just give them to the used bookstore. I'm like, here, have some books. Yeah. But like not for like an insane price. I'm just like, whatever. Give me like
I don't give them away if they're like personalized to me specific. If it's just someone's signature, I will give them away.
Yeah, but like when you know that you're probably never gonna read them now.
Yeah.
And you have 8 bookshelves and you don't have the space for any more.
Yeah.
Kind of like, let me make some room.
Like I don't keep much of my Owlcrate books anymore because it's like.
Yeah, I canceled Owlcrate.
Yeah.
I just wait for the Fairy Trove to open up and then wake up at god awful hours in the morning so I can get a pretty book.
Oh, Kingdom of the Wicked was too expensive for me. I was like, I'm a broke college student. Absolutely not. I will get the Amazon version. Thank you.
It's so pretty. I got mine from
Amazon. It is pretty still. I'm like, the content is the same, so it's okay.
But this is YA that doesn't seem like it's going to irritate me because most YA irritates me.
No, I
Yeah.
I was just about to say, let's tangent back to the book real fast.
Enough tangent.
So I found out who the killer was.
Bianca's like, you will get back to talking about the book. please.
I will
loved-
say.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Jen.
go ahead.
Nope, you first.
Rock, paper,
I don't
scissors.
even know what
Fight
I
it
was going to say. I was just super excited about that. Like as soon as we got it, and immediately I remembered too, because I was literally in the car driving to my friend's house as this happened, and she brought him over to the mistletoe, and I was like, yes! And then they kissed, and I was just like, yay! And then it's like, this has been an audio production of it. And I was like, you son of a bitch! How dare you do this to me?
Literally. And you know what I know is going to irritate me? Is that it's like this one's not going to pick up where this one left off. It's going to be like 2 months later in a random scene that we're just dropping. Not like,
You're absolutely correct.
where are we going to address
Drink, Nicole, drink. We can't say anything.
Where are we going to
2 months later, and they have not even spoken.
Literally.
That's the other thing. Like, it's that when books say that, like, they haven't even talked to each other since their second date 5 months previous. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Right, no, the town
Right?
is not that big. The town is not that big. Like, I don't understand.
Right, you can't avoid each other that much.
I'm just gonna imagine in my mind that they made out real hardcore underneath the mistletoe, and then she's like, "Come back later," and then we have a little Christmas unwrapping with Grady that's not creepy.
Not the creepy ribbon touching.
That was like that scene was too much. Where he was like, the unwrapping's the best part. I was like, ew.
I know.
Ew.
That
I know,
was
he just
nasty.
started like caressing the ribbon and slowly. I was like, stop it.
No.
It's like, well, there's my breakfast from yesterday. Great.
I was like, ew, stop it. No, we have not hit Post-it notes.
But if you want good smut, I'm reading Sweet Hands by N.G. Parker,
Oh, I've seen that around.
and it's so good.
I'm not gonna lie.
So good.
This just tells you, Julie, how great you are, because literally every time after I finish one of your books, I feel like I need to read something like very, very naughty, because I come so frustrated by the end of the book. I was just like, I got nothing from you guys. You amped it all up to this moment, and then come on.
I'm gonna write Grady and Everly fan fiction.
After the door closes, fan fiction.
Just gonna do it, and I'm
It's
just
gonna
gonna send it to the book club and be like, "Here you go."
You
It'll
should
be
do
top
that
of
on
AO3.
Patreon or something. Just start your own Patreon that way and do fan fiction.
Yeah.
No,
Julie
Patreon's
wasn't
good.
so busy. We would encourage that more. Just put some fan fiction out there. It's fine.
It's fine.
But top notch, like
Like not off the
antagonist
page.
to lovers, it's great.
We want it on the page, on the countertops, in the bedroom. Let's get some lemon cake in there. Let's do it in the
Oh.
car.
Get some lemon cake in there. We do have a 3.5 book.
I
It's just them
appreciate
having
it, but
sex.
I feel the cozy mysteries wouldn't be the same if you put smut in there. That's
That's
just
why
me.
it's on the Patreon page.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
You keep
Not
the
everybody
essence
needs
here.
smut people. Jen's like, I disagree.
And yeah, this did happen in the Christmas Tree Farm series. I'm just like, how did you not even speak? I don't understand.
Right. I'm just like,
Yeah.
Well, it makes me think of like when the first time we met Grady and Everly in the first one, how she just like immediately ran away. I feel like that would be the scenario in those where it's like you had that one perfect moment, but then you're not sure what happened. So you see them and they're like nervous around it, and you're just like, oh shoot, I don't want to have this conversation. Run. Because
that's me. I would run.
I feel like that's what
I felt that scene too much. I was like, that's I would completely run in the opposite direction.
Should I say that out loud? Whoopsies.
It's like, no, I wouldn't run. I'd be like, okay, so when are we doing this? Like, I need, like, come on, like, stop it.
I know. That's just how beautiful the relationship. I just want them to go so far. And I know that that's not part of any of the genres that you write for, but I'm like, I'm ready for it. I need you to have just like one very adult series being like, all right, it's not part of Cozy Queens.
Well,
It
she
could
kind of
be.
went into it a little bit more with Impact Zone. Like it wasn't
A little
it
bit,
wasn't
yeah.
complete smut, but it was a little bit more than you would get in.
I'm ready for it.
Fade
Yeah.
to
More
black.
so in Intrigue, though. Intrigue really doesn't have much on page.
They're not. No,
No,
it's
not
one of
at
the
all.
stipulations of the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything
You
has
can
to be
like
fade to black.
literally like push the envelope. There was some like heavy petting, and I'm just like, okay.
I get so excited in those moments.
But
Yeah.
I would.
And
read
it's
a
always
Cozy with
men
Smut.
cooking. Like, where do you find these men? I want to find a man who will cook for me.
My husband.
Your husband?
Does he have a brother?
They
Yeah,
are
I
out
would
there.
love to find a man
He
who
does,
cooks for
but
me.
you don't want his brother.
Oh, dang. Okay.
You don't. That's like Sarah's like, no, you don't. Stop.
No.
Yeah.
There's a reason he lives across the country.
Oh, I would read a Cozy with Smut too. That's what I'm hoping that, for
You guys
Bonnie
need
and
to start a
Clyde,
subgenre of
that's what I'm
cozy.
hoping for.
You guys need to write a subgenre of cozies with smut.
Erotic
Yes.
Cozy
Yeah.
mystery.
Erotic cozy
Yeah.
mystery.
So we-
Erotic.
Yeah.
I would. But I was hoping with like the self-published like series,
Yeah.
like we'd have a little bit more spice.
You know, I did get an arc of Burden of Poof.
Me
Yeah.
too.
You know, I think, I don't know. It's tough. Maybe just, I don't want to make assumptions, but maybe Julie just doesn't have it as an author. Because I know when I've tried to write sexy scenes, I like feel embarrassed, and I'm like, I'm interrupting
Like,
on a
embarrassment.
poignant moment between these
Yeah.
two. Like, this isn't for me to be a part of.
Same.
But I feel like she could. Because she
I
writes
wish-
tension so well. I feel like she has it.
She writes the banter really well, which I like.
Oh, yeah.
She
Yeah,
writes
like,
chemistry and tension so well. I feel like she has it.
I feel like she would write a really great, like erotic anything. I feel like it would be great.
Like a novella or something.
Anything. I
You should make a Patreon just for that. Just once. Just whoop.
yeah,
I would join. I would join.
I would join that Patreon.
I would join too.
All right, I'm going to do it. Guys, I need a bathroom break. I drink a ton of tea. So you guys talk about things. Don't be too exciting without me. BRB!
Don't be too excited without me. I didn't realize Intrigue is low heat until I read a book and it went, yeah. It's unfortunate. It's almost like a slap to the face, honestly. It was so rude.
I love it.
What was that book that you showed in your hall the other day that had the same cover model as the guy from Impact Zone?
Oh, it was
Oh, yeah, that
this
model's
one.
used quite a bit.
This one.
Okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I want to
Yeah.
read that because the cover just looks amazing.
That book was so good.
That's why I wanted to read it because I was like, I know him.
I'm getting the second one. The author's sending me the second one soon. And we're actually going to talk to her again on the podcast, which is fantastic.
Yay.
We need I need to get Julie Anne on the podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I think I have to take a bathroom break as well. I have no excuse, but
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Okay,
It's
go
fine.
ahead.
Last live, we established that it was okay.
It was okay to just go and we can talk about other things. Maybe an erotic standalone, or a Grady and Everly erotic short. I don't mind. Just something with sex in it.
There you go. That's all Nicole's asking for. It's
That's
just
it.
a little something.
It could even be like a collection. We could get, all of your pairings. We could just get an intimate moment with all of them.
Yes,
Just
Just
a suggestion.
that's amazing. Yes, I would love that. I would love it. Yeah, he was so hot. He was mine first.
Oh, cat time.
Kitty cat. Jack Ryan. You can't hear me. I'm tired of seeing that man on every cover. Everyone realized his majesty, and it was just like, I need you on my cover.
I want to know his actual name so I can look him up and see who he actually is.
Get this man some more work.
Get him on every cover. I read Missing at Christmas, and he was on that cover too. I think I read was it that one where you're just like Harlequin's kind of like reusing the same kind of formulaic for their covers, and you wanted it a little bit more spicy, or like it just like change it up or something. I think I read that post from you. It's a great idea. We should just have a collection of all of Julie Anne Lindsey's pairings of them all just banging it out. I would love it.
He immediately went back to the end of the bed where I couldn't get to him. Don't worry, I heard everything you said. That was part of the reason why I was like looking down. I was like, I gotta get this on my phone so I don't miss a moment. But yeah, I knew as soon as I drank that full thing of tea as fast as I did, I was just like, oh, bathroom breaks are gonna happen today. Oh no.
Okay, so let me look through my post-it notes and see what we have and have not talked about. I'm pretty sure we got mostly
Got a lot of
everything.
stuff.
We talked about. This was one of the lives where we talked about the book a lot. I'm proud of us.
Sorry. Put it on the screen, Nicole. You know which one we're talking about.
Yeah.
until I get caught. I can keep a secret. I'm just saying.
I know I posted that I'm terrible at keeping a secret, but you know what? I kept the Julie secret chat, so I was mum's the word. I did good.
Is it new? Do it,
Okay,
please.
post it. My bad.
No, it's
Thanks
fine.
for the bathroom break, guys. I definitely thought I wasn't gonna make it.
I thought this book was so much thicker than the rest, and then I saw like they had the first 2 chapters of Live and Let Try on the back. I'm like, oh, that's why it's so thick.
Yeah, I felt like I just flew through this one. I did it on audio, like
Yeah,
1.7
me too.
speed, but still, it seemed like it went really quick.
For real, I started this at like noon, and then I finished at like 3, and I was like, okay, we finished. We're done.
Yep,
You
that
know,
was
that's what
when
a
you
cozy's
did
for.
have it photoshopped on some of the other covers.
But some of the audio can be really bad for some cozies. This audio is actually really good.
Yeah, this audio.
It's very good. I like Therese Plummer. Okay, so this one was actually I liked the scene where I didn't get to that post yet, but I just literally thought about it. With Grady, he was just like, there was that one scene where he was like basically not arresting, Fran, but like taking her to the station, and Everly was getting like really emotional, and he like kind of like put his forehead to hers. I'm like, guys, stop it.
I was like, can you just make out already? Like, give 5
He was
minutes.
like, you could
go to
tell
the
like
back room.
he didn't want to do it. He didn't want to do it. He knows Fran didn't do it, but the evidence is all pointing towards her, and he has to do something. He's like, I need to do this. I have to like follow the leads. And if I'm going to have any respect in this town, like I need to do this. And I was like, he was torn, cause he obviously cares about Everly and her family. And it's like, oh, I just love the forehead touches.
That was really cute.
Yeah. With that, like for me, more than the last sentence in this book, like it was those moments where he just like put a hand on her back or like, forehead to forehead, just those.
Or the shoulder. He always grabbed her shoulder. Always.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
It's kind of like I've read like some of like the raunchiest erotic romances, but then it's just like he literally like just touches her shoulder. I'm like, oh my god.
Well, that's the same thing with me in historicals. Go ahead.
It's the same thing with Pride and Prejudice, though. When he grabs Elizabeth's hand when he's helping her into the carriage, you're just like, oh.
Yep.
That was expected of a gentleman at that time. That was a little overplayed. I feel like it. Anyway, we're not talking about Pride and Prejudice here. I'll step back.
My favorite.
That scene just lives in my head. I dream about that scene sometimes, but I'm just like, and like how he flexes his hand afterward. I'm like, Darcy, don't do this to me.
I could talk about Jane Austen like all day. That was my that was my graduating paper, was the humor of Jane Austen. I could talk about it all day.
Oh my god. You guys remind me that I was like, ooh yeah, this summer I should read my first Jane Austen, and I haven't.
Persuasion.
Summer's not over yet. You still got a month.
Persuasion.
Oh, that's interesting. Which do you read first? Yeah, I read Pride and Prejudice just because it's the most,
Pride and
most
Prejudice
word
is
of
great.
mouth. But
Which one has the most sexual tension? That's the one I want to read first.
Persuasion.
Persuasion all
definitely.
day.
Oh yeah.
All right,
Persuasion.
No good here, I see
sexual
everything.
tension as you get for a
All day.
Regency
Even though
written
that's
in
my-
its time. You know?
That's my second favorite Jane Austen, Pride and Prejudice being the first. But yeah, Persuasion. There's a certain letter in Persuasion that just I melt. And yeah, it's
My
it's great.
friend's actually commissioning a copy of the letter for me to put on my wall.
Wait, Bianca, tell me. Give me the deets, the info.
This one.
Yeah. What's the read along? I want to participate.
I don't know.
It's so
I
good.
haven't seen it. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, classics just
They're
my
hard for me.
mind. It's like no, it just jumbles it.
Hers are so
I don't even
much
consider.
readable though.
Yeah,
Hers
I
are
don't
so
even
readable.
consider Austen classic. It's
That's why I think hers I'll like, but like I kind of just stay away from them all in general because they just my ADHD doesn't like it. I'm like I have to concentrate too much for this to work. I just can't do it.
No, I get that. I listened to Count of Monte Cristo, and I did it at one time speed because I wanted to make
Cristo
sure
is
that
so
I
good.
fully, was immersed in it. But still, after I finished it, I was like, I feel like I need to reread that again because,
It's
like,
so
right
good.
away because there was just so much
It's
to
like
take in.
50 hours.
Yeah,
42.
Yeah, I did the same thing with Jane Eyre, and it was so good. Oh my god!
Jane Eyre on audio was so good.
Oh, the narration on it was brilliant.
Oh my god, it's so
I
good.
know who this is, but I don't really watch her channel like that. But I'll look at it. Thank you.
I will look at it.
We'll look into it. Yes.
Sorry, I'm a classics nerd.
I love that
Just-
though.
I'm going back to Bianca's comment up here. As you can tell, that hurt him taking her in. The book had a lot of those moments. Yeah.
I felt so bad because especially when he called the phone and like even in the description she was just like her face paled and I was like she knows this is like damning evidence against her. I just picked it up. So your handprints are all over it and I'm like that looks real bad. That looks real bad.
It did look real bad.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Oh.
But the aunt's relationship just broke my heart. Like they don't know what to do without each other.
It's adorable.
Yeah.
They're so cute.
Oh, and we had a moment where like they channeled Cookie with the peppermint schnapps tea.
Oh yes. He's just like, here, have this. Like I was gonna just use it for baking or cooking. It's like instead I just started drinking it. Like yes.
Do I want to know the alcohol to tea ratio? Because I have to drive home.
If you want a good drink, peach schnapps and rainbow sherbet.
Ooh.
Rainbow sherbet.
It sounds really weird, but it works.
Hmm.
Like melted rainbow sherbet and peach schnapps.
Okay.
Should be Bianca. I'm just gonna say, I feel like the next two are very intrigue-esque in the sense that like there's a lot of stress involved with them.
Well,
I still want to know who the town charmer person is.
Yeah.
we still don't
Yes.
know.
I was like, I'll tell you, I don't know either. Oh yeah, while we're on the subject, so me and Nicole are still on Amelia because I'm on Team
Mhm.
Amelia. Anyone
I'm
else
Amelia.
have suggestions, or we're all just feeling Amelia?
Thoughts? Who do we think the
Okay.
town charmer
You can't just
blogger
say
is?
names. You can't just say names and expect me to know who you're talking about.
Emily's
Amelia's
friend,
best
the bookshop.
Yeah.
Oh,
The best friend, the little libraries.
You think it's her?
Yeah.
Who do you think it is?
I don't know. I don't have any ideas. None.
I was thinking it could be her dad.
Yeah.
Not her, but her dad.
Mr. Butters. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Mhm.
I
Because
thought
I think he plays up the fact that he's old.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
To me,
Because he
it
sees
just
everything
seems
behind the
wrong.
scenes.
Right.
It seems wrong that an old man would run like a gossip website. Like to
Men
me, that's-
gossip more than women. Men,
Like,
no, sorry, but it's the truth. Men gossip more than women.
you know what? I'll not argue. I won't argue with you there because it's kind of true. like the stereotype, right? That women are more dramatic than men. Whatever. My dad is way more dramatic than my mom. This is where I get it from, and he does not want to believe it at all. And I'm like, bro, it is you. It is you. Like
He's 40 and something to do.
100%. He'd be like, I'm not dramatic, sir. Are you? He'd be,
Oh yeah. The father,
Oh,
he
yeah.
could be bored. He just needs to do something, and he just.
I know you guys shot me down earlier on about that one because you're just like, oh, because he's older and they make him seem really frail. But I'm right there. I think it's
that's
one
a
of the
cover.
two of them.
I didn't even remember him from the other books.
You
Like,
like to know.
I only retain memory of,
Yes!
of Amelia's dad in this one.
I think it's cute though that he pretended to be like pirates with the
There
story
was
time or whatever it was.
Dad is
That
one
was
of my-
adorable.
Okay,
The charmer is revealed in the final book.
Thank God.
Yay!
At least that answer. I'll have that answer. I'll be able to sleep at night. I mean,
There you
I
go.
probably won't. I'll cry myself to sleep that night. But at least when I do sleep, I'll be like, at least we knew who this person was.
We didn't get any sex scenes, but we found out who the charmer was.
Yeah.
Can we get initials, maybe?
No, that will ruin everything.
No.
Nicole,
Spoil
put
it.
yourself in timeout right now.
Or the other person I was thinking
In the
of is
corner and think about
the
what you
woman
did.
who hates her.
Like, how dare you want
The girl she went to school
spoilers?
with.
maybe like the last letter of their first name.
In the last letter of their
I
first
feel like
name.
that's a little bit more less spoilery.
Or
I
it
was
could
like, you
be
both
that,
put yourselves in timeout.
what's her name? She called her Bracy Gracie. It could be
Oh,
her.
Gracie. Oh my God, I love that when she was like, you can only have two
Oh,
cookies, and they ate all of them.
Okay, no, I thought it was Bracy Gracie. I thought that's who the killer was, and then Everly was like, "It's her," and then I was like, "It's not her." And then I thought it was the person that it was. But literally,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I remember 3 people's names from this series, and that's saying a lot. Everly, Grady, Denver. That's it.
I mean, those are the most important ones. So I'll allow it.
I don't even remember the ants' names. They're just the ants in my head.
Aunt
That's
Fran and Aunt Claire. I can't remember who's who though. That's why when I
Claire
said
wears
ants
the
are so
beige.
Fran
cute.
is
And Claire wears the
running
beige.
for mayor.
Fran
Fran
is
is running for mayor.
Mayor. Claire is the gnomes.
Yeah.
Gnomes.
And Claire wears all beige and
I don't know what they
Fran
wear.
wears all black.
You lost me. I don't know what they wear.
remember that.
Don't know what they wear.
But I thought that scene was really funny when she went in her house and it was a complete mess. I thought that was hysterical. You know, the
Yeah.
person that acts like they have it all together and they don't.
Everything. I was just excited when she was just like, I hope that all the cookies that they ate, at least one of them gets sick, and it gets sick on her. And I was like, oh, yes.
Well, we all have that one person that always acts perfect that you're just like, I wouldn't mind if that happened to them.
I wouldn't mind. I like how her friend was like, "You can't keep calling her, Bracy Gracie
Or Mr.
Yeah.
Mayor
Calling
Dumpy.
her that." Oh yeah, it was Fran. She kept calling him Mayor Dummy.
Yeah,
Come on,
dummy.
you guys.
Yeah.
I kind of felt bad for her at first, and then when she was talking to her and she started talking about her dead mother, I was like, I don't feel bad for you.
Yeah. At that point, I was like, all right.
Yeah, I was like,
hope-
all right, you are just a teenage girl.
Yeah, they're like opposites. They dress in the opposite color. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just don't know which color. I don't know.
all I can think of now is with the ants is in the last book with the commercial, the 3-minute commercial. All right, we've got
Oh,
props, we've
yes.
got actors, we've got this sound machine over here. I'm like, oh,
The
you guys are too cute.
Oh,
Yeah, I actually have a post note in here, and it was just like, I can't believe it's book 3, and we don't know who the blogger is. So, oh, you sweet summer child, as you're reading this book.
You said book
We don't
3.
find out until
Girl,
book
try
the
book
last
7.
No spoilers. Who said anything about spoilers?
You wanted Julie to ruin who the charmer was.
Yeah,
Come
who the
on.
charmer was.
She literally said like 4 comments up, no initials.
we have to try.
Yeah, I am going through post-its. What do you think we've been doing, Bianca? Where?
No, she's saying post-its. Like, are we on to post-its now? That's what my assumption is. Yes,
Oh,
we
I
are.
thought you were saying post-its like, is it time for the post-its?
No, I've been trying to find a post-it that we haven't talked about, and we've talked about pretty much all of them.
It's a good book. Yeah, I think this one. I don't know which one's my favorite in this.
I
series.
think
Don't
this
make me
is my
choose.
favorite. It's either this one or the first one. I think it's this one, the first one, then the second one.
The first one was really cute.
It was really good. The second one, the mystery, for some reason, I was just like, I don't really care about this random man who died. and his wife.
See, that was the
Like,
But I give her credit because a lot of Cozy Mysteries first books usually are duds.
Yeah, the
You have
first
to set up the whole world. You're just like,
Debuts,
all
yeah.
right, come
It's
on.
too much like info dump.
Yeah, I feel like it's more like tea. I like it. I think I like the ones more where it's like someone in the town dies versus like someone who came in and just like died. I was like, okay, wedding, whatever. Sure.
True,
Yeah.
true.
But now I'm like, the mayor died. You're kidding. The tea. Like now that's like, what's the town gonna do? The mayor's literally dead.
Yeah.
Kaput.
Yeah, it was just like, when like someone dies and it's like usually like they were saying like it's a town outsider or someone who's not a part of the town, and it's kind of like you have that disconnect. But this man has been a part of the town. He's the mayor.
For real. I mean, he's
it's
a
a local
jerk,
hire.
but like, I'm like, okay. I feel like there's more like, more invested
When it's someone you know.
from the town.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Really, I'm not gonna lie. Book 5 went into timeout for a few minutes.
Book 5 did go into timeout.
No, I don't.
Don't tell me that.
And I have literally
I
had
hope
to
it's
like.
not- I hope Wyatt's not involved in the.
This is what
timeouts.
this is the book. Book 5 is when I had to take a screenshot of a page on my phone and like totally like erase it, and then I wrote my own like chapter because I did not like how it went, and I sent it to Jen.
You did well, and I told you too. I was like, I know when you get to this, you're gonna put it into timeout because it's when I did it to my. I literally put it in jail. I put it in a mini jail. Let me see if I can find that photo.
It doesn't have anything to do with Wyatt.
I freaking
Like,
hate
like
him,
you
bro.
did with Rule of Wolves when
I
a certain
freaking
someone
hate him.
with a certain someone
Rule
when
of
you stuck
Wolves.
it in the freezer, and with Rule of Wolves when a certain someone died.
Was it Rule of Wolves?
No,
You
that was
stuck it
me.
in the
I
freezer.
put it in timeout. It went into timeout.
No, I don't like.
Honestly,
him.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't remember anything about Rule of Wolves.
The only thing I remember is the reason you put it in the freezer. That's it.
Thank God you know.
That's the first. No, that's the
Only
second
thing
one.
I
Oh my
remember.
God.
I hate
You're gonna have to
Wyatt.
DM me because now I'm like freaking out that I don't remember. I know. I'm really excited for everyone to read book 5. It was a roller coaster, and I even Nicole, after she wrote it out, I was like, keep reading because it's better than what you just
It
wrote.
gets better. They're all equal. I was like Kevin Bacon when I read it in the mayor. Jump back.
For some reason, I thought I was going to stop at Kevin Bacon, and I was like, what are we talking about Kevin Bacon for? But I get it now. I get it now.
Just like bacon, Kevin Bacon makes everything better. So you can just add Kevin Bacon.
And it's always
to-
6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. Always.
My editor emailed me.
I remember that.
Yeah, I am gutted. And you take sick pleasure in it. I know.
No, we need to talk about Wyatt because I do dislike him very much.
Oh, yeah.
He's so, especially when he like gave her that card that was a picture of them. I was like, you're literally disgusting. I was like, get out of my face. I would have been like,
just right in front of
in
him.
the wind, absolutely
But
not.
it's partially her fault. She kind of leads it on too. Like she laughs at him.
I don't think she leads it on. I think that she's just like, I don't know how to reject people, which I think is fair.
Yeah, I don't think she wants to make it awkward just because they are living in the same town again. So she's just kind of like, she wants to get past it. She wants to have it like kind of like some sense of like normal relationship because, hey, I have to see this guy around town, you know? So it's like, but he is definitely pushy. He's definitely pushy.
I'm like, bro, you were the one who did this in the first place.
Exactly.
Like, it's your fault. I hate that. It makes me so upset when male characters do that. I'm like, bro, be decisive. Make decisions and stick with them. Once you make it, that's it. No, you can't backtrack. Absolutely not.
True.
No.
A lot of men always do though.
I know.
It's very normal.
It's
this comment.
a lesson you learn or you don't.
Is not
this comment is for like Wyatt is not used to not getting what he wants. You could tell like when he first came back into town and he was trying to be all like shirtless and sexy in front. I was like, get out of here,
Grady, go away.
But
he grows slowly.
I love Everly, but she needs to learn how to be petty. She needs to learn. That's the only
I think I'm just too mean. I'd be like, nope.
Because no, I'm so petty. I can't.
Or she could just be like just a little bit mean and kind of set those boundaries. Like it's not even just mean. And just like
It's a boundary.
Like, snatched her away from her home and then literally like dumped her. Like, bro.
You want to know why he probably came back? Whoever he dumped her for dumped him. That's
literally
probably.
Like, how are you gonna literally make her up and move her life and then literally give her like no attention, bro? Absolutely not. I can't. No, be petty. That's so disrespectful. I don't care if it was 20 years in the past. It wasn't even 20, but if it was a long time ago, no.
He reminds me of the guy that like at 45 still has his mother do his laundry.
Yes, exactly.
Come on, he just never goes.
like
he does give those vibes. Like, I feel like
man child.
Yeah, I feel like
or his mom cooks for sends him meals or something because he doesn't cook for himself.
Aaron's like, this conversation is great.
I've just known too many that it's just like grown men that would freak out about crust on their PB&J, you know.
Like, Mom, I told you to cut the crust off.
No, that's so irritating. I really can't stand him. Julie's like, he grows slowly. No, I don't care what you do to him. I'm not gonna like him. Like,
he grows slowly. Also,
no, Julie, I just don't think he's a good rodeo clown guy.
Well, I think he's probably going to end up towards the end with the best friend or something.
Do you guys think it was her curse?
Do you think it was her curse that kept him injured all the time? And I'm like, no, he just was not a good cowboy. He just wasn't good.
Yeah.
No, I don't think she has a curse at all.
I'm not a superstitious person, so the curse is just bad luck or a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Because then that implies, what about Grady then? No.
But if you think that's the truth, it's going to happen. Like if you're like, oh, this person's going to leave me. Oh, this person's going to leave me. Eventually, they're going to leave you because they think you're insane.
It's called manifestation.
Exactly.
It happens. And that's why you can't manifest stuff like that. No.
It's just the power that you give the curse. Like you just think about it and think about it. But then like also in this book here, we have Blue seeming to just understand like when Everly talks. You know, it's just like
smart.
Lou was like, when he like showed up with like paint on his feathers and she's like, hey, you have something on your feather. Can I see it? And he's like,
did you understand me? Yes, I did.
I love that. I will always suspend my disbelief in books for animals understanding people. It is just, I will always give it a pass.
I do love the seagull. Like, I only like two birds, seagulls and pigeons, because I feel like pigeons are like gross and everybody hates them. And I'm like, felt that. And then I feel like seagulls are like the pigeons of the ocean. So I like them.
Yep.
But every other bird, no. I can't, no.
On my computer as it records me.
How does everyone watch the lives? Phone, computer?
Sometimes I do phone and sometimes I do computer. Like if I'm just watching other people's lives, I'll do computer. It just
I'll usually do computer so that I can comment through my BookTube channel.
That's the only thing I don't like about putting it on your TV. You can't comment.
Yeah.
Like, I watch a lot of my stuff through watching it on the TV, and then I'm like, I can't comment.
No, I don't like watching stuff like YouTube on the TV because my TV doesn't let you speed up videos, and I can't watch them.
Really?
My brother-in-law and my sister, their TV let you speed it up if you actually are like doing it on the TV. You can't project it; it won't work.
Yeah,
like the remote. But my TV doesn't let you do that at all. And I'm like, that's so irritating.
I was going to say mine does.
Mine does not. So it makes me very sad. So I'm like, nope. No YouTube.
I want Maggie on the cover. I was really hoping we would get her on the last one, but...
Which one?
The pleading the fish. Pleading the fish. Yeah, I feel like that's the right answer.
What are you talking about?
Covers.
I love Lou, but the cat should get some cover space too. So I was just like, I wanted him on the last one.
That's what you're gonna
Like,
love about
Jen, you
Sweet Anne.
can't just yell out like words.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
You put it,
That's
I
what you're
was
gonna
waiting
love
for you
about
to put it
Sweet Anne.
on.
You're like,
She
Jello.
has-
I was like, what are you saying?
She has a cat named Jello in Sweet Anne. You'll love it. The cat's name is Jello.
That's
Jello?
adorable.
She runs a bakery, and the cat's name is Jello.
That's adorable.
Okay,
They all
random
are
thing
so tiny.
that's also about the book, though. Is anyone else concerned about Everly making a living? Because literally everyone that comes into the shop, she gets free food, too.
Uh-huh.
That's
Like, how does she
seriously-
pay her mortgage?
Yeah.
I mean, it's fiction, so everyone's financial situation just always works
Mhm.
out. So, you know,
It's like
I'm just
someone
it's
does
something I
like
worry about.
someone does like this little thing for her, and she's like, "You get free food for life." I'm like, "Okay, how about just like for the week?" I don't.
Right.
Did anybody else, going off of that, did anybody else think it's weird that the grandmother took out life insurance policies on both of them when they found out that she was pregnant? His wife was pregnant.
What?
Life
But I think
insurance
it's-
is a weird thing. Like,
I was like,
agents-
I've never heard of an in-law taking
Oh,
out
I
a
see.
life insurance policy.
yeah, I've
Weird.
had my insurance agent try and sell me life insurance on my children, which I feel like is just such
That's
a gross
weird.
thing to do. Like, that's just so.
Like, no,
Yeah.
that's
It's-
creepy. Like, I understand, like, she wanted to make sure the kid was taken care of, but I was like, that's weird. Like, you took out a life insurance policy on your own kid and then your kid's husband?
Mhm.
Like,
I don't think it's that weird because she got money, and I feel like rich people do weird things.
I
Also
mean,
Yeah.
true.
that is also
But
true.
when they explain
so.
it, it just makes you feel like icky.
But I
And
feel
also, like, I feel like he said that his wife's life insurance was substantial. Like, he got a substantial amount of money. And those kind
Yeah.
of premiums, like, I don't think he would have been able to afford it. So, but if she could, she's like, I will just do it for you, you know, because if she could afford, like the monthly premiums, then yeah.
I don't know.
But
It just
taking out
sounded
life
weird.
insurances when you find out that you're pregnant is not weird at all. Because you want to be able to provide for your kid if something does happen to you, like worst
Yeah, I
case
feel like
scenario.
rich people just do things like that. Like I feel like they take out insurance on everything possible. Like Kim Kardashian has insurance like on her butt. Like Queen pop off. Like that's fine. Like, you do you. But like, I would never. Absolutely not. I mean, maybe no. No.
Okay.
I mean, if it was your brand, like for Kim, like that's like her butt
Yeah,
is basically
that is her brand.
So
You
She
know,
got famous off of a sex tape. So
I'd love to see it for her. You know, she really
I mean,
she really like took that and spun it real well. She really did.
she was like, "Yes, I did."
She really said, okay, I'm gonna make money. And you know what? She did. I love that for her.
All right, quick question here. Well, this question's up. If you want to live
Okay.
in a fiction book, out of all, I think we've asked this question before. I know what Nicole's answer is going to be without you saying it. So, Nicole, don't answer. We already know your answer.
Okay.
Everybody, if you could live in any Julie Anne Lindsey cozy mystery series, where would it be?
the apple cider mysteries.
Really? That's
Mhm.
interesting.
Well, that to me is like the closest to home, I guess.
Oh,
I would.
The
I
retired,
grew up right down the street from a pumpkin patch.
the private community in Geek Girls. Probably.
that would be nice. Oh,
I figured, Nicole, you would say Seaside Cafe. So that's why I was just like, you don't even need to answer. We already
You
know
would-
your answer.
you would actually be wrong. So
What? What would it be? The Christmas tree farm? Are you just doing that to be mean to me?
it would be Christmas Tree Farm, actually. Yeah.
I'm
I
so
think I
surprised
would-
by that. Like, I literally, my mind is blown. Thank God I'm sitting down. I would have fallen over.
Thank God I'm sitting.
I'm glad I asked because now I would have never known.
I
When did
think
this
I would
happen? Like, tell me more. I'm so concerned. Are you an alien? What's your least favorite word of all time?
I have
Oh.
3. If you want to go through least favorite words of all time, I
His favorite word.
I think I would choose the kitty couture because I don't like the beach because sand freaks me out. Like it doesn't. I just do. I hate sand like with a passion. Yeah, kitty couture because I like cities, so I feel like it'd be fun. Cities. If I didn't have to pay for anything.
Christmas Tree Farm, just because I love Christmas so much.
Mhm.
Okay. All right then. All right.
I'm like, give me Halloween, please.
I would love to have Cookie as like a neighbor though. She sounds like she'd be fun.
Yes.
Cookie and her faint. Was it? Does she have a fainting goat or is it just a regular goat?
She had the fainting goat, and it was
Yeah.
named after her dead husband or something. Wasn't it?
I love it
Yeah.
so much.
This is my first series by Julie, but I love the beach, so I totally live there. Nice. You're in for a great time.
I
You can
want
just
to like the
continue.
beach.
I grew up near the beach town, so like the beach during the summer gives me anxiety because like everybody
A lot of people.
not from there, and you're just like, no.
I just hate sand so much. And like walking through sand is the worst because it gets stuck in your shoe and then it flicks up and like hits you in the butt. And then you're like, it's in between my thighs now. And it's just a mess.
It's
I
just
agree.
a mess. It's
I
a
agree.
mess.
And then especially if you get in the water and then with the sand, you're done. You're done. You have it everywhere.
The worst is when you have like a wedding on the beach and you have to wear like they require you to wear shoes and try to walk in the.
Yeah,
I would
regular
never have my
shoes.
wedding
High
on a beach.
heels
I
is
would
the-
never
I
have my
would
wedding on a
never do that. That sounds absolutely
Oh, it was
horrid.
not fun.
I love that for people who want to do that, but no.
Like,
Why
but
would you wanna
give them
get
the
married
option to wear flip flops or something like.
No, but why would you want to get married in the sand? Is the real question. Like, you would trip down the aisle, like because of the sand. Like,
I fell on my face at my father's wedding because of the sand.
Mhm.
See?
my
There was like a boardwalk where we were taking pictures after the ceremony, and because of my crutches, I slid, and I totally face planted, and I was like, and then my brother, who was like 2 at the time, just looked at me and goes, "You okay?"
Are you okay?
sister random. Well, kind of the same thing. My sister threw up multiple times at my parents' wedding.
Oh,
Yeah, like, and she's like a projectile vomiter, so like
no.
perfection. No, I think she got it all over the railing. I think she did. I think she did. We love.
That's why I will never get married on a boat either.
No, it was not a boat. It was just
Really?
She just throws up. I don't know.
Huh.
She just does
Just
that.
throws up.
Interesting.
It was like a railing, like it was just a building, and I think there was like a porch or something. And so she just.
Oh.
And then like another thing, my aunt, my mom's best friend now, literally missed the wedding and only showed up for the reception. I was like, Queen, are you okay? You
I
really?
I'm
almost
just-
missed my
I'm
dad.
only here
I
for the
almost missed
food.
my dad's wedding because we were in a different part of the hotel, and the person who was supposed to drive me to the beach to get there almost made me late for my own dad's wedding. I was like, this isn't okay.
I like how Bianca's just steering the conversation. She's like, nope, we're done. We're done with this.
I was trying to go into graphic detail, all right? I was just saying she did. Like,
Sarah. Sarah, where would you live?
Oh, seaside for sure.
Seaside for sure.
I love
Yeah.
that for you guys. I would visit.
I'll
I've been
visit.
down to South Carolina and to Myrtle Beach, and I loved visiting there when I was growing up. It's just, for someone who lives where I do, to live down there is just charming.
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 You would like Nag's Head if you
Mhm.
like Myrtle Beach.
I love Myrtle Beach.
Did you see what
Yeah.
you just said?
I have to go
Aw.
now, but I want to send signed paperbacks of Partners Lime to the city. Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you.
guys.
So much. Oh my
Julie
gosh.
Anne Lindsey, everybody. Julie Anne.
Thank you.
So nice. So yeah, everyone just DM me your address, and I will get that to Julie.
I will.
Nicole, you only have
Huh?
to buy me one book now.
Julie, I'm gonna need you to send her Pleading the Fish too.
I will pay you for it.
You would have thought Christmas for Sarah.
Oh yeah, I mean I can see that too, but for year round.
Yeah.
But guys, I'm
But also,
sorry,
like,
I
the
gotta
only-
get because I've got a sick cat that I have to deal with.
Oh,
Yeah, he was diagnosed
okay.
diabetic today.
Oh,
So
Oh, well, thank
Yeah.
you for coming.
thoughts.
But yes, go ahead and take care of your baby.
I'll see you in a couple weeks, everybody.
I'll see ya. Bye.
Okay, Nicole. So Closely Harbored Secrets is the one that I need.
Closely Harbored Secrets.
And that was the most recent one to come out, correct? Close to Harbor
Yes.
Secrets?
Yeah.
And then it's Partners in Lime comes out, right?
August 31st.
August 31st.
Okay.
And then for that one, everyone, please reminder that one is September 12th that we are doing, and it's going to be, I think it's Did we say Sunday?
I think it's a Sunday. Because Jen decided she wanted to go on vacation.
Sorry.
Is the week of your vacation also the week of Burden of Poof, or is that?
Yeah.
Burden of Poof is the 15th, yeah.
The 15th, yeah. But I'll be back by the time that we do that one, because we're going to give everyone 2 weeks to read that, and then we'll do that.
The live for Burden of Poof is the 29th, and the live for Partners in Lime is the 12th, which is a Sunday. Yes.
Okay, I had the two flipped.
Hers for the kitty cat. Yes.
Sad.
Are you saying goodnight to Sarah?
I think she's saying goodnight to everybody, because Julie said goodnight,
Oh,
y'all.
okay, got it. Yeah.
Oh.
Now we're back on track. Okay, so what I also really liked in this book is how we were getting
page 2.
No, we're on page 74.
We're like blazing through this. 2 hours into it.
I liked how there were there was a lot of flirting scenes between Everly and Grady. Like they're getting comfortable with each other. They're doing like the smiles, but then also this one scene, I think is when Grady was helping push the golf cart off, like it slid off because they were having like weird snow, and he was helping that. And so this is them just talking, and she's leaving, and she said, she's asking what are people saying? And so Grady's like, that I should have brought Fran in last night for starters, that there's something between you and me that's causing me to turn a blind eye. And she's like, that's ridiculous. I would never try to influence you against doing the right thing. And I really hate that people think you would go along with such nonsense for any reason. And he's like, you don't seem too upset about the town's other implication. And I'm like, yes. He's like, folks seem to think there's something going on between you and me. And she's like, isn't there? I'm like,
love it.
Bravo. And she's like getting that teasing look over her shoulder. And he's like, you're just going to leave right now? You're just going to leave?
Yeah, he really would just be leaving, every situation. He's like, got a dip.
Yeah.
She was the one that left in this situation. She's like, bye. She dropped off the gnome that was outside of her golf cart and just left. It's like, y'all are so cute.
Broken or something?
Huh?
Wasn't that the one that was broken? Or that
it was smashed in the head, and there was X's over the eyes.
In the back.
Yeah.
That was really creepy. And then all of the cards with the X'd out eyes, I was just like, okay, I would never be alone.
What was they don't explain what the point of the glitter was. I
think it was to represent blood.
It was supposed to be red and symbolize blood.
Oh, interesting. I just thought it was to be annoying.
Also,
glitter is the word.
Yeah, glitter bombs.
If someone sent me that, I would literally be so pissed off. I would not be happy whatsoever.
Glitter will be in your carpet for the next year and a half.
Yeah, it literally. No,
it's gonna be in your book box for Closely Harbored Secrets. Here you go.
I love sparkly things and I love glitter, but not loose glitter.
Not loose glitter. It has to be contained.
Yeah.
That makes me think of a video I watched.
Or these glitter makeup things. That's so pretty, but it's gel. Okay, it's not gonna get it. It actually does kind of get I'll put it on and then I'll wipe it off at the end of the day, and then I'll find a glitter behind my ear 3 days later. But that's fine. That's okay. Oh, the glitter bombs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I just remember watching a video where one guy kept getting stuff stolen off his porch. So he was a technician of sorts. And so he put this box where it had a fan and he put glitter on it, and he purposely left it outside so that when people stole it, and he had cameras in it and a tracking system so he could go pick it up eventually, and people would open it up in their car, and then there would be a glitter bomb all up in their car or in their home. And I was just like,
they deserve that.
Don't steal. That's why.
What a lot of banks do, where they have the iodine blow up, so they can't use the money anywhere.
Oh
If
yeah,
someone
yeah.
steals the money from a bank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The die.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's terrible.
I saw one where the same guy, because again, super smart man, tested the theory if you could actually swim in a pool of Jello.
Ew.
It was the craziest thing how they
Ew.
figured out how to do that. I was just like, that's insane. But also at the same time, I'm just like, that's not sanitary. And
That's
now you have to like destroy your pool.
And now you just have a pool full of Jello.
Yeah.
Like Jello in general grosses me out. I'm a texture person. If the texture's weird, I can't eat it. And Jello just
I feel like, I don't know if you guys saw this movie, because it's like a kid's movie that came out when I was a kid, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. I'm pretty sure there's a scene in there where they swim in Jello. No?
Yeah, you're right.
Nicole, do you have the book handy? I made
don't
Nicole
have
get a
the
book.
Candy.
Okay, so Nicole, Goodreads, everyone knows this story by now. And if
know.
you don't, Goodreads is always suggesting to Nicole to get a Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. So we were in the bookstore the other day, and I saw a book title with Cloudy with a Chance of Marriage. And I was like, if you don't buy this, I will judge you so hard. I was like, this is the closest you're going to get to pleasing Goodreads.
But I don't understand why Goodreads always recommends you kids' books.
Yeah, I don't know.
They
I don't
always recommend like
I have no
books
idea.
for my little brother.
It's
I'm
all
like,
that Rick Riordan. That's what it is.
It probably
yeah,
is.
I'm okay with Rick Riordan, but like,
But it's not even. They're like, oh, because you read I Married a Lizard Man. Read Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Right. I mean, that's a logical conclusion. I don't know why you don't see the correlation there, Nicole.
You obviously like putting strange things in your mouth. So
It's like, you seem. Goodreads is like, trust me, there is a correlation.
I still have to read I Married a Lizard Man.
Oh, it's so good. It's
No.
so
Is it-
good.
Because the one that
No.
freaks me out is the spider one. That really freaks me out. I can't.
That's a
I'm
It's
horror
really good
path.
too.
I don't know if I'm like a monster romance person or like a lizard or like,
Well, if Katie Robert writes it, I'll read it. That's my thing.
yeah. I mean, I like paranormal creatures, but like, I don't know if we get into like monster territory. I don't know about that.
It
Was
doesn't.
it you
it
talking
doesn't
about
make
the
sense.
one, the centaur?
The
was that
Centaur's
you?
Bride.
Yeah, I'm just like you're giving me visuals that I don't need in my head. Oh my god!
You didn't even need to have a visual in your head. I literally posted a picture of it. I'm like, here's a centaur with a drawn-on peen. You're welcome. Like, so you don't have to wonder what it looks like.
I'm like, ew, that's so gross. I can't.
I would read that.
But honestly, I read it to do research, and it was inconclusive because he was a shifter and they only banged in human form. I'm like, that's unfortunate. Like, this is
For your book?
no, just to find out where the centaur peen is.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, what kind of research are you doing for this? Like,
very
Where-
important scientific research.
It's science. It's science. I
Well,
need
the
to
one
know how the
interview you did,
centaur
you
banging
looked like
is.
a turtle penis.
I'm
The
not
one
too
interview-
curious about turtle penises. I just want to know, like, if I were to meet a centaur, will I get hoof prints on my back? That's really all I need to know. I need to know.
you know.
But just the visual when you look that stuff up because you're just curious and you're just like, that looks disgusting. Like the turtle.
Yeah,
penis.
the turtle is a no. The turtle?
Ew. I was like, clear my search history. Gross. I don't know.
The turtle.
No, it's
The turtle
very
was a lie.
wild.
Is it-
Like, I don't.
Is it like a ninja turtle or is it like a turtle?
No, a turtle.
No, like actual turtles, like the animal.
It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I was like, oh my god.
Like the
I can't believe I
animal
actually looked that up.
Their penises are I don't understand. No, it looks like a freakish like tongue thing, and I don't like it at
It
all.
looks like a completely separate animal, just like
I
came
literally
out of
look like a separate
I was
animal.
like a slug. I was like, what?
I literally saw. You know what it does? It does look like a slug.
It does.
It looks like a slug. I saw it on TikTok, and I was like, I need to delete this app.
I need to
Yep.
delete.
Why was
I
I
heard of
doing
frog TikTok. I didn't know that turtle TikTok was it.
I don't know
Lenny-
TikTok.
Lenny does all the TikToking. I'll have to ask them.
I've
about it.
never.
I think I'm like the only person on the planet that doesn't have a TikTok. I just won't do it.
It's my favorite social media platform when I'm bored.
But then when you see the turtle peen, then you're like, that's enough for tonight.
It only happened once, And I haven't really seen a turtle since like that. So I don't know. I think my TikTok, the algorithm's so good. I feel like it's just like Daijah likes weird shit. Yeah. I don't think it was like the turtle. I think it was just the fact that I knew it was very weird, and it was like, yeah.
The TikTok algorithm just knows.
Some of the stuff they even post on Instagram from there, I'm just like, how do you get this past like the censors and shit?
Oh, they do. Thank God. Because I have 2 different TikToks. I have like, because the algorithm is so good, like I feel like I can't mix them. So I have like my normal one where I just look at like relatable shit, and then the other one is like book talk, and it's just steamy book talk and like some like thrillers. But like some stuff they be posting, I'm like, yo, all right, about these romance books. I'm like, okay.
For this one, what's the name of this mermaid and demon romance? Because I need for research purposes.
Oh yeah, Nicole, I was gonna ask you. I need you to make me another paranormal romance list because I don't know where the other one went.
Do you want me to send it to you? I still have it. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, I have to write it down because I will forget. Send Daijah.
Yes, our search history is very compromised.
I don't even delete mine anymore. I'm just like, let her
I
go.
don't even go private anymore. I'm just like, what's the point? What's the point?
Literally.
You can see your stuff anyway. Everything's done on your phone, so everybody can
What
tap
is
into
the
your
point?
shit anyway.
Are you talking about
That's
Ice Cream Barbarians? That for a while.
That's the Ruby Dixon one. I almost guarantee you.
Ice
Yeah.
Cream Barbarians. That's what it has to be. That's the only one people were
Yeah, that's what
talking
it's gotta
about.
be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just started reading the Ice Planet Barbarians.
I have
Great.
not.
Yeah, I haven't gotten around to it yet.
It's fantastic. Just trigger
It's very
warning
quick
for
audio. I will
sexual
say, like,
assault.
very quick. It's like 4 or
Oh yeah,
5.
because the books are so short.
Yeah, they're like,
No.
boom, boom, boom.
Nobody's too old for TikTok, and I will go to my grave with that.
It is.
So
It's too on point. It's too
Because
poison.
the thing is, I
It'll just
feel
be
like
stuck there forever.
the thing is, the things
It's
that
a
you
time
like,
suck.
yeah, but the things that you like are on TikTok. So I feel like your For You page is going to eventually adhere to you. So if you are a 7-year-old woman who likes knitting, you're going to be watching knitting videos. So I feel like it doesn't matter how old you are. There's going to be something for you on TikTok. It's like YouTube.
Though I have to say, a lot of book talk seems to be a lot of like YA stuff.
Yeah, or smut.
Yeah, there's no in between.
Yeah, I don't see YA stuff on my TikTok. I just see smut.
There's no. I'm like, why is everybody still talking about what's the one, the elf thing by Holly Black? Like that's going around again.
Little
I'm
Prince?
like,
Prince?
yes,
They always rediscover old things.
and I'm like, that's been out forever. Stop.
No, they really do just love it a lot. A mermaid angel.
Mermaid's brain. Oh, I love Joey Hill. Sorry.
I'm writing this down.
Picture.
I think if we're talking about the same person, she usually goes by Joey W. Hill. The Knights of the Boardroom. That was the first good BDSM I read.
I think I've just been ruined because I've read too much Katie Robert. I'm just like, some of the stuff I read, I'm like, that's not that bad.
What was the trigger warning again?
Rape and sexual assault.
Yep. Okay, a hard pass. Got it. Okay, thanks. Yeah. That's the one. That's the one that you put a thing on, and it's like this was many live streams ago where I was just like, yeah, I really appreciate you putting trigger warnings on things, and there was something that you told me to read. It was this one.
But it's like it's in the beginning, and it's really not like I don't think it's too graphic. You're not like they have post-traumatic stress, and you're not like seeing them on page get raped. But it is a hard pass for people.
Yeah, that's fair. I just dissociate from it, so it's fine. It's called a skill. Wait, the cover of the Mermaid Ransom? I don't see it.
See it. Okay. I like when I'm going back to the book. So when
got a tangent, don't you?
when mother-in-law comes into Sun, Sand, and Tea, and she was like, "Are we just gonna pretend like we don't know each other?" And Everly was like, "Have we met?"
Yeah.
Do I know who you are? Like, Like, have we met?
It's so hard to be like, you know who I am. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know who I am, but it's like, yeah, but we haven't officially been introduced,
Right.
so like, I don't want to assume anything. But yeah, that whole situation was awkward, especially when the ants came in and she was like, I believe I'm one of your competitors in the upcoming mayoral race. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, and she didn't know anything about it. Oh.
And then she's like, the next line is, assuming my son-in-law doesn't put you in jail. I'm like, wow.
She really, she does not play.
And then she's like, kidding. I'm like, no, you were not. But
you know those people too.
They're kidding. They're not really kidding. It's just a cover to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me when I'm like, oh, you can buy me this book. And I'm like, no, I'm just kidding.
Right,
But like,
exactly.
am I kidding? Not really.
no, you're not.
When it comes to books, you can't really kid.
The gnome puns.
Yeah.
Okay. Mary Grace could have called him from the shadows and lured him into an argument for distraction's sake, then snuck up and gnomed him. Gnomed him. For being innocent, it clearly showed him gnome mercy. She's like, guys, stop it. I love how they were.
I feel so bad for her. Like, she had such great intentions with those, and then people just they
you gotta laugh to keep from crying. You gotta laugh
like old lady hobby though. Like, I know that sounds very mean, but that's a stereotypical like old lady hobby.
Yeah.
She's an old lady.
I thought it was funny when he I forget where it was, when Grady helped her carry in all the extra gnomes, and he was like, why do you have a box of gnomes just sitting here?
Yeah.
I forget where that was.
It was towards the end, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, my next post note is when Wyatt was kind of like all up in her business. And he was like, who you're involved with to me, so I'm going to keep asking. And it's like, she said, I hated how easily Wyatt could still pull me into his orbit. I was like, how can you look twice at that motherfucker when Grady is seriously right there?
Saying. Part of it's her.
There.
Like,
Grady's just in the vicinity, in the town. Like, Wyatt, you could be standing butt-ass naked in front of me. If Grady's on the other side of town, see ya, son.
See ya. Yeah, and my last post-it note is the half kiss that we got. So
touched his lips to mine.
Oh, and I want to make this cranberry Christmas tea.
What? Oh, yeah. That tea sounds
cranberry
really good.
Christmas tea.
I didn't even look at the recipes this time.
I wanted to try the gingerbread. What is it? Gingerbread bars in the back.
Yeah, those ones.
I didn't listen to the recipes. I was too hungry already.
Gingerbread bars do look good. Your favorite cream cheese frosting, not the frosting.
I love cream cheese frosting.
Cream cheese frosting on anything.
Oh, good.
So good.
It's
it's the greatest. It's just
it's fantastic. But yeah, it's okay. Yeah, that was Tide and Punishment. I just love Lou on the front with his Santa hat.
Little Santa hat. I don't know. I think I like him better in Closely Heartward Secrets with his little pirate uniform.
He's cute in the pirate. Yes.
Did this originally come out like around Christmas? When did this originally come out?
I'm not sure. What did you say, Daijah?
I like him in A Call for Kelp because he's chowing down, and I really love that for him.
Yep.
Like,
I will say the one thing that didn't make me want to punch Wyatt in the face was when Everly was feeding him and he was saying like, oh, see what he's doing there with his feathers, kind of putting her mind at rest about Lou, because I also now am very concerned about Lou. So I was good to know that, even though it's snowing out, Lou's okay.
Oh, that he has air pockets in between his feathers to keep him warm. Yeah.
So if he's eating lemon cake in book 4, I'm happy for him. It makes me feel better. I'll sleep at night.
Hi, Kim. How are you? Yeah, we're still going though. Here we are.
Is there no dead body on this cover?
I don't think so. I don't have the
so.
Because there's one in Tide and Punishment, his little legs.
Yeah, he's got his legs over here in the corner.
But I don't think there's any in A Call for Kelp. There's some
lemons and the.
Isn't there skulls in the lemon cake?
No, that's in the final one, pleading the fish.
Mhm. There's nothing. There's nothing.
Unfortunate.
Huh.
Honestly, this could look like a pretty innocent cover. Just like
There's no dead body.
I mean, technically there's no dead body, but there is a knife on Titan Punishment, and then there is the little guy in the tea thing, so there's suspect. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Knife.
Oh, wait, no, Titan Punishment, there are feet. There are feet over here. Oh, wait, you're talking about a coffee cup. Never mind. You're talking about coffee cup. My bad. I'm with you. I'm on the same page now.
Yeah, lots of Christmas cozies coming out.
Yeah, this did get me into the Christmas spirit. So I'm just like,
So I did order one.
it's a little early, but
I did order one from Harlequin that's coming out in the first male romance from Harlequin.
Yeah, I said that's the
I'm
special
kind of excited
edition
for
one,
that
right?
one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you read the LaQuette book yet? Because I saw in your one video that you called that.
No, let's see. Is it even out yet?
It comes out in September.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I've got it on my wish list. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not one the author's sending me, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But that has started happening, so that's
She's
so,
fantastic,
that's so pleasing.
Yeah.
Nice.
She's great though.
So this is our next live stream.
I love that we all have gotten it down. High five, everybody. High five.
Love Christmas cozies. We could do one Christmas book a month. One Christmas book a month.
I can't.
Maybe like Christmas Carol.
I love that so much for you guys, but not I.
PBR is exploding.
My PBR is already about to explode. I can't.
I don't know why. I'm just like not like I like Christmas after Thanksgiving, and that's it. And then I like Halloween the rest of the year.
The rest of the year.
In 2019, when I went to the mall when I was still living in New Jersey, the first day where you could have pictures with Santa was the day before Halloween. I was like, what the hell? Like,
You can't wait till November.
we're not even have had Halloween yet. Like, what the hell is going on?
Nah.
Before Halloween? Come on.
Right. Like, can we at least celebrate Halloween first?
I don't know. I'm just a Halloween hoe.
Like,
Completely forgetting about Thanksgiving. Like,
right.
Yeah.
we're gonna bring Thanksgiving
when
back.
we were like growing up, we didn't start Christmas stuff until the day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It bothers me.
That's
No.
when my mom literally put everything Christmas up was the day after Thanksgiving.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what my family did.
I mean, that's what we kind of do, but my mom's irritating because I'll walk into her room like October 15th and sis will literally have Hallmark movies on. And I'm like, I literally need to shut this door and leave because I can't. They do have a lot of Halloween cozies. I have like
They do.
one.
The Halloween ones are cute.
I love
I feel
it.
I feel
There are
like
not
every-
enough. There are not enough Halloween themed
No.
books. I feel
But I
like.
feel like everybody's always like Christmas, and I just don't relate. I don't know. I like Christmas, but I feel like it's just too much joy, and I get burnt out on it. I'm like, I
Too
can't
much
be
joy,
happy
cannot.
all the time. Like, let me sit in the dark and watch some people get murdered, please.
Like, let me watch Criminal Minds or True Crime.
Yes, exactly. I literally watch true crime and I pass out. I go to sleep. Like,
Right.
I love that. It's so much fun. Slashing.
I can't do true crime. It makes me too concerned about the world I live in. It's like when I watch those space documentaries and they're like, oh yeah, no, there's these things that could kill the entire planet in a second, you know? It's
Right.
So, what does anything matter?
I understand that, but I find it kind of therapeutic. Like, and then it also kind of makes me angry. And like that's kind of what made me want to like do what I want to do, because like so many cases get mishandled. And I'm like, but I could handle them right. Me. The
I
justice
had to stop watching true crime when I moved in by myself on a first floor apartment. And
I
all
don't think
that was happening. There was like single women on first floor apartments. I was like, I can't.
I don't know if I'll be able to do it in college, bro. I don't know. I feel like dorms are so sketchy. Those locks, I feel like they're not sturdy.
Oh no, they're not. We had a guy in my university that got busted watching women sleep because he would get into the buildings.
Absolutely
Not
no way.
He would
No,
watch, he wouldn't do anything, but he would watch women sleep.
That's enough.
I think
Yeah.
to get into the dorm, you have to have like the little.
Yeah,
Like a
yeah,
key
the
card, like your
card.
badge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we have like a
But
little.
when someone else is going in that already swiped, you can easily grab the door before.
No. Why
That's
did
what you said.
say-
Yeah.
I'm only on the second floor, I think. No.
You're just putting that in her head now.
I mean,
Sorry, but
I
carrying
mean,
me stress
okay,
me.
but you know what? I'll let him watch me sleep if he buys me books.
Let's make an arrangement. Let's make an arrangement here.
You know, it's very much giving me Edward vibes. That is so freaking weird.
That's what I don't understand. Like how everybody found him attractive. I read the first book and I was like, no, I'm done.
How, like, it's so creepy. Like, no, that was
And
hell.
he's what, 200 years old and she's what, 16? Like, ew.
Yeah, Edward is creepy as hell. I can't. No. And then Jacob's out here being like, it's like she has like the oldest man and like Jacob who literally acts like he's like 13.
Well-
at least in the movies.
Yeah.
And Jacob in the movies.
One extreme. It's one extreme or the other, Daijah. There's no comfortable middle for her.
Edward is not even that mature as it is. Like, he's there. He's just old, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I never understood the craze with those books.
It's like, yeah, he is over 100 years old, but he's still legitimately 17.
Literally. He's like one of those 17-year-olds that like thinks that they're really mature and like is like, like I read classics and I'm like so old. Like that's what he's giving me.
Or
You
you
know,
work
people
the
make
other
it like
opposite, where it's that 35-year-old man that's a constant student who never wants to like
Yes.
grow up and be an adult.
I mean that kind of what he did because he literally went back to high school at
Right.
years old.
Every,
so-
like,
it's-
he was like,
ew.
every time, like, why? Why do
I
that
feel like-
to yourself?
He really gives those vibes where he's like classics and like old music from like the 40s and like I'm gonna wear a sweater vest. So I'm like old. Like he gives me those vibes. And I'm like, bro, like it doesn't work.
The sweater vest.
Bro, they weren't classic.
When they were new releases.
Literally.
Wait, let me put this comment back up because you can go on NetGalley and slashing through the shows right now. Okay, I might actually just have to sign up for NetGalley for this then.
Oh my god, Nicole, don't do it.
I
I
know.
won't. I refuse because I would have too many books and never have time to read them all.
No. You know what, Nicole? This is what we'll do. I'll download it, I'll get it, and I'll give you my login, and then you review it and I post it.
Oh, okay. Like,
My NetGalley score is sad because they keep approving me for things, and I'm like, bro, why would you do that?
it's like
I
you
know.
see my review rating, like you see that.
I know I requested it, but I was just kidding. I
So,
didn't.
okay, someone explain NetGalley to me because I know it's ones where you can get ARCs, but how do you get approved for it? Because you're a part of approval process. Like, do I have to be a booktuber for
Okay.
that?
But the Slash into the Snow, they said is read now, which means anybody can read it. You just download it. But like for the other ones, you like request it and then they look at like your score. They probably have access to your other reviews. And then
You have to put in your Goodreads
social
account.
media, like
I can do
Goodreads. And they have like my social media and stuff. So I think that's why I get approved for things because they're like, ooh, YouTube channel? Sure. I think that's why they just do it. And it hurts me a little bit because I'm like, I was kidding. I did this at 3 a.m. I was not alive. No.
Join
And
for
then,
free.
and then you have like a ratio. Your score is like your ratio.
And if you're under 80%, your score is like tanked. If you're under 80%,
80% is where you're
Right.
supposed to be. I'm at like
Yeah.
40. It's fine.
When you get approved on NetGalley and don't want the book.
For real, I'm like, I was kidding. And it's like,
or like I get sent stuff sometimes that I didn't even know I didn't ask for. I'm like, how did you get my address?
How did you send this
no,
to me?
it's like I requested this book like 3 months ago when I was in the mood to read it, and now I'm not in the mood anymore. I don't want it.
I don't want.
I don't.
I would only do
Nice,
that for
Christine.
series that I wanted to series that I wanted to read. Like, other than that, I don't know.
I'm gonna try and sign up here.
Stuff that I already have bought that I haven't read yet. So
For real.
Not that I'm not gonna buy like 17 copies of the book anyway. So.
I've already pre-ordered it.
Oh yeah, no, I told you. I was so upset with Christoph, what's his name? Jay Christoph, in his book that's 800 pages and they wanted $30. I was like, no one wants to pay $30 for a hardcover book. Julie Anne Lindsey comes out, it's probably like 200 pages. I don't even know how many pages it is. $25. I was like, sold.
you know the Barack Obama biography is like $50
Yeah.
because it's like 800 pages. I'm like, who has that much? Like, not even. I want to read it, but like $50 for a hardcover book, like
Yeah, library. That's a library
yeah,
book. Right there.
Yeah, I know.
no.
My gosh,
I
I don't have a company.
Who prices
They
out
want me to put a
hardcover?
company. Who do you put for a company?
What do you mean? Who do you pick for a company?
It says on here, I'm trying to sign up for this NetGalley thing.
I'm pretty
and
sure
it
you can
says
skip it.
Yeah, I
it's
don't
an
think you.
asterisk thing.
Does it say it's
Oh.
required?
Oh, it
Can I
says
just put
required.
NA, not applicable?
Or you could just put your name. I probably put for company. I probably put Daijah's Book World and be like, yeah, I'm a company.
I am an LLC.
All right. Well, everyone, I'm going to duck out. Thank you for the great read and great live.
See you in 2 weeks.
Well, yes. See you in 2 weeks.
See you in 2 weeks.
Bye. And then there were 3. No,
Four. Come on, Nicole.
no, I was gonna go too. I'm just kidding.
That's what happened the other day when I tried to end the live and I clicked the wrong.
Oh
I literally clicked Leave Studio instead of End Live, and then I was like, okay, well, I guess
it was me and it was me and Naima, and we were like, "Where'd she go?"
because I was literally like, I'm gonna end it, and then I just left.
And we're just like, "We're still here."
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Question: when they ask me what type of reviewer, if it asks me if I'm a blogger, does Goodreads count as a blog?
yes.
I was gonna say no.
Do I have to put a year? Do I have to let them tell my birthday?
I don't
want
think it
them
is,
to know.
but they count it. As long as you like write a review for the book that they give you, that's
What's considered a review? Because I try to put like 2 or 3 sentences, but that's about it's
No,
very
you can't.
it's short and simple.
You can't do that for NetGalley. Like,
no,
you
not
have to,
that
yeah.
gallery.
like I
Even
put
for the
like
read now stuff.
you shouldn't.
Well, then I'm not going to register. Cancel.
Like I do. Like I mean, I've seen people do like I would say minimum. It has to be like 1 paragraph is pushing it. 2 paragraphs, I would say is solid.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. 2 paragraphs.
I do like 4, 3 to 4.
But I
How
also
much you
want
say?
when people like over-explain in the interview that I feel like you don't need to read the book.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of
That's
people.
my problem.
I think a lot of people make their reviews look long because they just do the synopsis in their own words and then they write like a paragraph of their own review and like that's it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or I've seen a lot where they just put like, say they have a blog or something, they put the connection, the URL, of the blog,
Yeah.
and then booktuber and then like that's not the review.
Yeah.
All your crap is not the review.
I see people put a few sentences. I don't know what their approval
Yeah.
score is like though.
Because I would imagine that they have access to the reviews that you have because you have to like
Yeah.
put the review on Goodreads. Like you could do that, but you have to put it like in the NetGalley box too.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that publishers have access to that and can look at your reviews to see if they want to approve you.
So if I only want to do like the read now ones though, because if I'm not looking for approval,
Then I
Or-
guess you could just do it. I mean, they're gonna give it to you.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah.
guess I'll wait. I'll try not to have instant
They'll give it to
gratification.
you, but it's like if you want to do anything more with NetGalley, that's my alarm. If you want to do anything more with NetGalley, then like
You have to be
should do
official.
more than that. But
Yeah.
like if you're just trying to get that one book and dip, that's fine.
Or I know my friend who's a librarian has access to NetGalley. I don't know if that's a separate thing though.
Has what?
She's a librarian and she has access to NetGalley. I don't know if that's a separate thing though.
It probably is.
I have no idea.
I hardly read as it is, so I'm just like, I'm going to struggle to read any art copy I have. But at the same time, I'm like, I want to read all of Julie Anne Lindsey's books now. I don't want to wait. So if it's available, I'm like.
Her stuff is the only stuff. Hers and Stephen Graham Jones stuff is the only stuff I pre-order. Everything else, I'm like, whatever.
I don't pre-order like anything because I'm poor.
Well, the only time I do it is like when it first comes out for pre-order because it's cheaper than buying it when it first comes out.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Like-
that is true.
Like for Stephen Graham Jones book, even though I pre-ordered it, they only charged me $8 and it's a hardcover.
Yeah, that's nice.
Wow.
Yeah, I will say that's one thing I do like about Amazon. I'm trying to get away from them, but they have the
It makes
pre-order
it
price
hard when
guarantee.
you're like broke and they're the cheapest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I like my discount from works online too. So the books will be like 25 cents more than Amazon on Barnes & Noble, but then I get 40% off. But then the shipping literally takes like a week, and I'm like, bro, I can't with this right now. Like,
Yeah.
where is
That's
my
what
book?
pisses me off about Barnes & Noble is even though I have a Barnes & Noble card, your card number doesn't work online. I just found that out. It doesn't work.
Does work online. You just have to do it in a different way. Like for my employee ID, I can't just put my employee ID. I had to go to this separate thing, make it really complicated, so then people don't get discounts. It does work. You just have to. There's like a separate number associated with your membership.
Right, that's on
not
the back.
that number.
Okay.
It's like you have to find it somewhere, and it's like a different number.
Because it makes me so mad. Because I'm like, what's the point of me having it if I can't use it online?
Because in store, that's probably why.
Yeah.
It does work on the website. It's just a different way. And like I see people that come in the cafe and they be putting that number in, and I'm like, yo, y'all just saved a ton of money. All right. And it'd be like a $10 thing. And I'd be like, you really just saved $1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My Barnes & Noble works online too.
Yeah, I just think it's like a different number. I don't know. Like to get my
It's really
employee.
weird. Their website, they need a new like website. Their website never works on my computer.
Oh, works for me. Fine.
I don't know, like if it's just a glitch or something, or
I don't know. Mine works.
I don't have Barnes & Noble. Although I did order something. But now I'm nervous because I made sure I had $35 and I thought all of the releases were coming out. And then I just got a notice that says your release is now for March. And I'm just like, that's unfortunate.
they move releases. Like they keep on moving this one release for this pre-order that I have, and I'm like,
March?
Right.
Dang.
That's tough.
So it's going to be a while before I get all 4 of my copies of Kingdom of the Wicked because I
oh jeez.
pre-ordered that one. And then the Once Upon a Time by Stephanie Garber. And then it's the 3rd book in that one Angry Handjob scene book that you talked about.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one that they got moved. It's like February, March or something.
Oh.
I'll have other copies to read. Don't worry, guys. It's fine.
4 copies.
Good times.
All right, everybody. I'm calling it.
Yes.
I have to go to the bathroom again. I drink a lot of water.
Thank you, everyone who came to the live. Thank you for my lovely, lovely co-hosts. And we'll see you all for the next one. Bye, everybody.
Bye.